Alright everyone, welcome back to Reverse 1999. Today I am going to work more on the Chapter 5 news story. So we're gonna keep going with the main story, everybody. A glow cuts through the air, the mainsail halyard breaks at a snap.
Well done, Sinetto! Now cut the other halyard. We need to reduce the angle of attack and depower the ship. Roger that. But we can't stay like this for long. Bertin, have you thought of anything?
It's not working. I've tried different ways, but the Tempest blocked every signal I sent for help.
So is that it? We are as good as dead?
Wait, there might be another way. I'm sorry, Miss Radio. I need to borrow you for a second.
Huh?
Happy patas. Radio whispers helplessly, but that voice was soon drowned out in the storm.
Instructions. Article 21. Whenever there is an emergency, the field officer may send an SOS code with their wands through any transmission device with round buttons on it. Any Foundation member nearby will provide immediate humanitarian aid. To send the code, please turn the knob 1 time to the right, half to the left, and then 1 time to the right. If you succeed, you shall hear...
I was turned fully to its endpoint.
May the peace be with you.
Let's go.
I've never seen such a tremendous visual.
Oh, hi. The light of the ritual fades. 3 people dressed in white show up on the deck. They are wearing uniforms that look completely different from those of the usual investigators or Foundation staff.
We are the Special Mission Squad Razor. Please show me your ID.
Thank you so much. We are...
Oh, we know you, Timekeeper. Even in our Special Operations Squad, you have quite a name. It seems you're in big trouble, huh?
We were under attack by a giant sea monster when sailing in the Gorgon Current. Please help us ashore safely.
Haha, right down to business. Good, good. I like a straightforward person. All right, William, Todd, better get a move on.
Alright, it's time to fight everybody. And it looks like it doesn't matter what team I use, so let's use...
Let's have a party then!
Satabi. I like the double poison, you're right. Oh my god! What the frick is that? Oh my god! Okay. Okay. Oh my lord. Sendeo.
Be serious, Andy.
Oh, I get to use all 4. Bet.
What's that? No!
An unconventional choice.
I tripled the ingredients this time.
I love her. I tripled the ingredients. You're fine, Satabi. You're fine. Okay, let's do this. Health.
What's this?
What's that?
Typhon won't give up his friend. Neither will Sotheby.
Meeting.
What's your race? Be serious. Stay focused. What's that? What's your race? Say hello. Crinkle. I trickled the ingredients this time. Say hello. Stuck like in the train. What's your race? What's this? Oh, don't worry. I have prepared it all. I have prepared it all. The ingredient store owner said it was very effective.
Goodbye.
Please believe me.
Okay. You're right.
I know what
Salty.
this is. Be
Oh, it doesn't really matter. He's almost dead anyway.
Candy.
This is the gift. Well prepared for you. Not lightning.
Meeting. Unconventional choice.
Oh, so I guess we have to kill this thing first? That's kind of weird, but okay.
What's your race? What's this?
Stars.
Sprinkle.
For everyone.
The ingredient store owner said it was very effective. Please believe me.
Oh, we won, bet.
Stand up. There's one around.
Bet say less. The arcane blades are incredibly sharp. The razors pierce the monster's scales. Several snake heads are cut off and fall into the sea.
Incredible. Is that a full-size Gorgon? I've only read about this ancient sea monster in literatures. Watch out! Its eyes will turn you into stone!
There has been no witness report of a Gorgon since the 12th century. I thought the current was simply named after the mythology.
Well, it's my privilege to have the chance to fight against it, huh? William, Todd, let's see who gets it down first!
Entity should not be multiplied unnecessarily. Captain, I hope you still remember our founding motto.
Haha, I finally got you.
Oh, you have guts and I appreciate it. Bring it on! Speed up, my friends. We need to rush back to the Balkan Peninsula for another mission.
Everyone, please wait a minute. The size of the sea monster. It's shrinking. What's happening now? It's gone out of sight. Oh, I have a bad feeling about this.
I love that she's holding all her records. She's like, I let these go.
Not good. It's crawling into the cabin. It plans to tear the ship apart from the inside. Everyone watch out.
Oh no, we're testing out. The only thing we can hear is the screaming. And the hands reaching out. is gonna be the to be continued, isn't it? Oh, no, no, no. Okay. Okay, bet. I was gonna say that'd be really cheap, but alright. What is this place? Blue sky, white clouds, and the beach, a strange island. Waves are gently washing over the body. And someone is staring at us. Oh, it's 37.
Your
Hey,
watch was
girl.
wrong. Pardon me? Your watch was wrong.
She repeats as if this is the only thing worth saying.
Are you talking about my pocket watch?
The numbers are now entirely different from the previous display.
Your watch was losing time, so I fixed it for you. I don't understand. Do you mean this is the right time? Yeah. This is the year 2007, is it not?
What? How does she know what the right time is? Huh. Interesting. Alright, I'll go ahead and do all the hard missions since I'm... Might as well.
Be serious. Stay focused. What's your race? What's that? Plan A. That's Pringle. Eating. Inventing a choice. What's this? Be serious. Stay focused. What's your race? Typhon won't give up his friends. Neither will Sotheby. Say hello. Go, go. Be serious. Stay focused. Andy. What's your race? What's that? Pringle. Typhon won't give up his friends. Neither will Sotheby.
Okay. He loses a lot of HP on that move, though, so guess that's fair. Ow.
Just like in the train. Wait for 5 seconds. Oh, don't worry. I have prepared it all. I have prepared it all. For everyone.
The sounds of the little rats. They're so funny to me.
Show's on, Plan A. Stars.
Oh, I guess you can use the...
Time waits for no one, even for a great people. Eating. An unconventional choice.
Oh, that thing's gone now, okay.
What's this? What's your race? Candy. I tripled the ingredients this time. Eating. An unconventional choice.
No. Ow.
What's that?
You're right, use her
I know what
ult.
this is. Be serious. Be focused. The ingredient store owner said it was very effective. Please believe me. This is the gift. Well prepared for you. 3, 2, 1, down.
Oh, he's gonna do it again? What the fuck? This guy is a hoe. How the fuck?
What's this? Candy. What's that? What's your race? The show's on. How I'm planning. Say hello. Time waits for no one, even for a great people.
Take his shit.
The plan failed.
No, it didn't. You're fine. You're fine.
I know what this is. Just like in the train. What's this?
Sure.
This is the gift. Well prepared for you.
There it is. It's gotta be the last one, right? No?
Oh, don't worry.
Oh my lord!
Prepared it all.
How many times is he gonna do this?
Prepared it all.
16?
Goodbye.
What the heck? This is so weird. Okay, fine. It's fine.
Andy. What's that? What's this? What's your race? A mice pass. The ingredient store owner said it was very effective. Please believe me.
Okay.
Be serious. Stay focused. Stars. Sprinkle. Please. Listen. Please don't. Planting. What's your race? Be serious. Stay focused. Andy.
A mice pass.
How many times is he gonna do that? What the fuck is this? I am so confused. Hold on. Wait. It doesn't say anything about... This is really strange.
Just like in the train. The show's on. Hound's handy. What's that? Oh, don't worry. I have prepared it all. I have prepared it all. Time waits for no one, even for a great food. I tripled the ingredients this time.
Yeah, you can't hit him when he's in that state. But if you kill him...
I know what this is. What's that? Be serious. Stay focused. Planting. This is the gift. Well prepared for you. I tripled the ingredients this time. Oh, wait.
He keeps doing that. That's so strange.
What's this?
Huh.
Erase.
Which is why I've been trying to do like the attacks that hit both.
Goodbye. Be serious. Stay focused. What's your race? Handy. Say hello. Stars.
But if he keeps summoning that thing, I don't know how I'm gonna kill him because he keeps reviving himself. And I can't kill him fast enough for him not to do that. See, he keeps doing that. I don't understand. What the fuck?
Just like in the train. Be serious. Stay focused. Planting.
But each time he does it,
Don't worry. I have
the
prepared
thing
it all.
does get weaker, so...
I've prepared it all.
That's so strange. Okay, there he goes. Jesus Christ!
That went smooth.
Exactly.
That's hard. How do you get the second star? Clear the star within 12. That's fine. We'll continue, because that's a lot. I may go back and do it later when I've built out my characters more.
You're saying we're in 2007?
The heart is pounding fast in the chest. Perhaps it's the only chance. She nods her head.
Do you know the storm?
Is that how you call it? We call it the emanation. The tide of Numa is pouring down from above and converging. It would raise as a tsunami and break the world of matters where darkness abounds.
I don't understand.
She tilts her head and seems equally
It
confused.
shouldn't be hard for you to understand. You are also a real number. I am 37. What's your number?
I don't have a number.
I'm Vartin.
No. I'm asking your number. The scripture says only the people who are still in search of their essences would identify themselves by a combination of meaningless phonetic symbols.
What?
Well, so you don't know your number yet. Just like Sophia.
None of her words make any sense. Yeah, what the fuck are you talking about? But this is not the most urgent matter one needs to worry about.
Have you seen my companions?
Yes. Are you looking for the integer or the fraction? Or the irrational number? Or the imaginary number?
What?
Burton's like,
Integers
what the
are living
fuck are you
example of
on?
virtues. Fractions can be understood through specific means. Irrational numbers are the free spirits, while imaginary numbers are the existence which doesn't belong to this dimension of the number axis. Which one are you looking for?
What?
I'll ask something else instead. What is this place?
Island.
What island?
Have you seen another island?
Maybe another question. Did a biographer named Ard visit here before? In 1999?
That takes her a while to think about.
1999. Oh, 1999. 1999 is a lovely, centered, triangular number. But I believe this number has been abused in the Doomsday stories. I mean, people are too invested in its meaning. In fact, 1999 is nothing special compared to 1991 and 1993. However, 999 is a brilliant number. It is a Capricorn number, a palindromic number, and the largest three-digit natural number.
Sorry to interrupt, but I only meant to ask about Erd the biographer. She'd been here on this island and written a travel note called Roaming in Aperon. Does the name or the book ring a bell?
I am sorry.
Once again, she shakes her head.
I have no idea about the fragments of matters you are talking about.
Fragments of matters?
A scream comes from behind.
Captain, you should go. This apple's arm has...
No! Mr. Apple, stay with me for a little longer.
I was gonna say, Apple doesn't have any arms. What the fuck is he talking about?
You wicked dolphins! Mr. Apple is not your breakfast, nor are my records. Huh? Isn't that Vertin? Vertin! Are you done with the standing and staring? Come give us a hand!
Plant, you're right. Fortunately, I have 3.
Neuroscience, exorcism, others, action!
Let's see. You're right, that one's for like single alts, so let's just do this.
Ah, Bangala!
I love that I'm fighting dolphins. That's hilarious.
What's that? Easy, lad.
Get him.
Typhon won't give up his friends. Neither will Sotheby.
I haven't used on Lee in a minute. She's fun.
What's your race? Who's that? Not lightning. Say hello. It's a tough one, boss. Be serious. What's this? Ha! That's Crinkle. Just like in the tree. Check. 保鮮紙 check. What's your race? Oh, don't worry. I have prepared it all. I have prepared it all.
Oh my god, that did so much damage. I fucking love this ult. It makes my horror heart happy that she's literally a ghost hunter.
That one's smooth.
Exactly.
Let's go.
Thank God you were here, Vertin. Mr. Apple and I were this close to being made a stargazy pie by these clever bastards and served to the dinner table.
You've also been incredibly helpful, Regulus.
Is that so? Like how?
You rebuild my confidence in communicating with people. Have you seen Sonetto and the others?
No, I woke up on a dolphin's back. Thought they had saved my life at first, and was quite grateful to them, but the next moment they just started all the beating and biting.
They think you are an irrational number. That's why they bit you.
What does a rational number mean?
This little lady made me jump. Vertin, who is this long-haired stranger?
A familiar voice calls from the distance.
Timekeeper.
Oh, it's Sonetto! Hi,
Thank goodness
Sonetto.
you are all safe and sound. Lilia's on her way. Now we only need to find the captain and his team members.
Next to her stand several strangers in white garments.
Sonetto. These people are...
They are the Apuron believers. They lent us a helping hand after the ship went down.
The robed figures stand unspeaking and motionless, until one steps forward to break the silence.
Not at all. An integer is under an obligation to help his kind. Miss Sonetto, have you found your friends?
Yes, only the members of the Razor Squad are still missing. They also belong to the St. Pavlov Foundation like we do.
Imaginary numbers, not of our concern.
Imaginary numbers?
You should not linger here if you have already found your lost friends. We will provide a boat for you to leave. Our school of thought does not accommodate uninvited guests.
Wait! We have something to...
What if we know about the emanation?
The man halts.
We are the investigators from St. Pavlov Foundation. We are glad to share the information about the storm, or the emanation. Please grant us entry to this island so that we can share them.
Timekeeper?
I'll explain to you later. Trust me. Please, Sonetto.
The white robes whisper to each other.
Come this way. We will talk.
Okay.
However,
Let's talk.
only integers and fractions are welcomed here.
Huh? What the fuck does that even mean? The man puts out a finger directly
No
pointing...
irrational number is allowed on this island.
Directly pointing to who?
Throw her into the sea.
Regulus. regulars? Why are they being rude to regulars? What do you mean? This makes no fucking sense. What the hell? What in the algebraic bullshit is this? Oh. What does she do? Okay. Wait. I have to hold. You're right. Does one target attack, mental damage, mass attack, gains an stack of sturdiness, Genesis damage. Okay. Interesting.
Are you irrational numbers? Welcome to the world of numbers.
What in the hell? That's so interesting. Oh, okay. Oh no, I'm froze-did. No! Don't freeze-did me. Ow. Well, that's not fair. Listen. That's not fair that you froze-did me. Oh my god. Okay, I guess I'll try it again. I don't understand. What am I doing? Oh, that's the single. Okay.
Welcome to the world of numbers.
Don't freeze it in me.
Time to check my calculation. Intersect and divide.
I think I have to get the ones that have the cold thingy on it. Yeah. Session gains 2 stacks of enlightenment, gains Eureka +2. I don't even know what the fuck that means. What does it mean? Okay. Which one's this? Is the single one, yeah? One target attack. Okay. So let's do this. And then alt, I guess? I don't know.
Form is a bubble. Welcome to the world of numbers.
No! You can't freeze me again. Don't freeze me again. How? What are you supposed to do? What do you mean? What am I doing wrong? Wait. Can I choose a different character? Other than her? Because it says recommended plans. Oh! I guess I can. Oh, I can't remove. Okay, never mind. It won't let you. But why? Okay. I'm trying to figure this out, how this works. What does this mean? Genesis damage taken plus 100%. What is Genesis damage? Genesis damage? Does that mean he's waiting? Oh, this is Genesis damage. Okay. Attack plus 40%. One additional stack of sturdiness. Okay. So she deals Genesis damage.
Are you a rational members?
I'm hoping this kills him.
Intersect and divide.
Oh, well, I guess not. Because he's gonna freeze me. I am so confused.
Welcome to the world of numbers. Are you a rational members?
Oh, I think I win? I don't know how the fuck I won, but I'm winning. Are you winning, son? I guess.
Form is a bubble.
There we go. Jesus, that was hard. Oh my god, what the hell? Oh my god, okay. Alright, what's this?
You still look confused. I know, darling. You haven't even vomited up the mouthfuls of seawater you ingested deep into your stomach. Just relax and lie where you are. You don't have to get back on your feet right away. Usually, yes. Usually, when those drunkards and patients wake up from a coma, just like you do right now, they only have 2 questions. The first one will help you find out the name of the land you are lying on. And the other will help you calibrate that bizarre watch on your wrist. All right, now it's finally the right time to make things clear. Open your mouth and throw up whatever you have. Seawater, questions, just get them all out. Right here. Oh, darling. It's an honor to be your first question and the one haunting your mind. But I'm going to let you down, I'm afraid. I don't have any breathtaking stories to tell. Just one simple fact after another. You know, the most popular topic among women my age is the healthy oatmeal our teeth can barely handle. Luckily, my ears are more reliable than my teeth. I can still nag like I always do, answer questions to my knowledge, and have a little chit-chat with you sometimes. So, to summarize it, just consider me a kind-hearted chatterbox.
Sus. Sus.
Finally, a question about yourself. In front of you is a boundless sea. All you can see, besides the beach you were lying on, is water, water, and water.
Mm-hmm.
A cry for help will be drowned out by the waves. And even the strongest legs are tied to the ground here, and cannot break free. See? There's no way to leave, but it's a good opportunity to have an island tour. The locals have good manners, so I think you can ask them to show you around. That's at least better than just goofing off. Not even you can avoid asking this question. But a kind-hearted soul already told you that time is moving forward as it used to be. Step by step. So the time is... the year 2007. Yes. Time is back on the right track, going where it's supposed to be. Raindrops literally drop again, and no one goes back to the past anymore. Well, some miss the good old days, though. Oh, you still doubt it, don't you? I can see it in your eyes. Don't get me wrong, I'm on your side. After all the hard times I've experienced, if anyone told me that my life was just a boring dream, one neither good nor bad, I would throw a shoe at them. I can tell you are being burned by anxiety. But
You didn't have to call me out like that.
We need to comb through the situation. Like how you do with your hair.
People actually use a comb? I use a brush.
Time is like a soccer tort, and now it has been divided into many pieces. On the largest piece stands the white chocolate card. Yes, the last good days of the 20th century. The gentlemen are still growing handlebar mustaches, and the ladies have not yet flattened the curves on their bodies. New money buys one art piece after another to show off their good taste. They don't even mind turning their homes into museums. A cafe named San Marco officially opens, gathering the most outstanding intellectuals and writers of the time. They talk and laugh there as if nothing could stand in their way. Then the cafe receives a neurologist whose briefcase carries the interpretation of dreams. And celluloid film and projectors become a new means of expression for artists. At this point, helmets remain intact in the warehouse. Gauze only works in hospitals. Bullets only fly in the firing range, and the flame that swallows lives is not even lit. But soon enough, the young people who swore to retrieve their homeland will take up daggers and guns to fulfill their oath. Buildings will shake like a leaf, and rocks will fall off and hit the walls. Screams will try to break free from people's throats. And at that moment, a clip will be loaded secretly in the name of supreme honor.
I am lost as fuck right now.
The golden age is about to end. A vortex of blood is already swirling in the river of time, waiting to devour everything that passes by. When that actually happens, all the beautiful curves derived from nature, the B-shaped brooches, the punch, the eiderdown duvets, everything will be destroyed, leaving only an insurance contract behind. And it doesn't even work. Even this cafe will be smashed into concrete pieces.
I'm sorry, cafe?
See? We have combed the hair now. Everything I just talked about is the time you want.
Is it?
You wouldn't buy the nonsense about the fairness of time when you reach my age. It actually feels different between those who keep their eyes shut and those who keep theirs open. Likewise, those who kill never share the same feeling with those who are killed. This is also true between those who have enough food to eat and those who are starving. All right, that's it. I've talked enough. Now get up, darling, and brush the sand off yourself. Trust me, you will find your own answer to this era.
What the fuck? I am so confused. Okay. Alright, we won't worry about that right now. Not canned beans. Not the canned beans.
Yes, all is well. Those dolphins sent us to the other side
Not
of
the
currents.
Frank beans.
And one more thing, Captain. And I'm asking this with no ill intention. May I know your lineage?
The blue flower gently conveys the answer back to her.
Thank you. I wish your next mission would be trouble-free too.
Senna sighs softly in relief and turns to nod back to the original position.
The members of the Razor Squad are all humans. It's clear then. Real numbers refer to arcanists, and imaginary numbers mean humans.
Ah.
Then what is the rest of this nonsense?
Sonetto, Vertin, and this apple are integers.
While Miss Lilia and I are fractions.
What?
Don't bother asking. I'm pure blood.
This apple is also made of pure apple juice.
I only consume 1.5 volt DC.
So it's not determined by our lineage, or Regulus would have been an integer too.
Yeah, I was gonna say, she's an arcanist too.
Why only me? Unfair. I demand the ruling to be changed.
Shut up. We grappled hard to get you on this island. So you have no choice but to stay in the worst guest room.
Do you call this a guest room? A cell, more like?
That's what I was thinking. It looks like a prison cell. The cell is left unlocked, so clearly some vestige of human rights and dignity is something. Regulus shakes the railing as fiercely as if England had just lost the World Cup.
Perhaps this piece of news will cheer you up.
Remains on the island. That's what it said. Okay.
We are prisoners in the world, and our body is the cage of the soul.
Uh-huh.
Oh, cut me a break. Might as well play us some rock music.
I mean, sounds good to me. His chief mate appears calmer than the captain, still wrestling with her fate as much as the railing.
Seems the residents on this island venerate integer numbers. And irrational numbers, or the non-terminating, non-repeating decimals, cannot be represented as the ratio of two integers, hence they are discriminated.
No, no, no. Who are they to judge and decide me to be the irrational number? I was the only person who didn't cause any damage to the Foundation in the previous protest. Oh, why do I get to have the worst of both worlds?
I've requested information from Miss Muzzle about Apiron, but it will take some
did you
time
say
for the
something?
files to come in.
Oh, I didn't miss anything. Okay,
The
I thought there was
captain of the
another text
Razor
in there for
Special
some
Operations
reason.
Squad told me this might be a settlement of a group of arcanists who have been long cut off from the world. Unlike other unregistered arcanists, these people chose not to live alongside the humans. They still lead an ancient arcanist way of life and follow the old customs. We must be meticulous when getting in touch with them. But they used modern mathematical terms. And that girl talked about Caprica. He was an Indian mathematician active in the first half of the 20th century. I think they are not living in complete isolation. They are still in contact with the outside world. This place wouldn't be affected by the storm, just like the Elitiao base, Foundation headquarters, and my suitcase. The travel notes in 1999. Manus Vindictae showing up in Elitiao's base. The storm, or emanation, they must be somehow connected. And we'll find our answer here, I think.
Very energetic, Capitan. By the way, how come nobody is here to welcome us? They wouldn't suddenly decide to detain us all, just because we have an irrational number here, right?
I'm with you all the time.
A reluctant figure walks out of the shadow in the corner. What do you mean?
Six asked me to welcome you.
Ah, scared me again. What were you doing hiding in the corner?
because it seemed you were in the middle of proving a conjecture. According to the scripture, disturbing others when they are giving proof of their arguments is as sinful as eating beans. I don't want to be bound to the rocks of the Caucasus Mountain and have vultures eat my eyes after my death.
What?
Eating beans?
Eating beans is the sin of sins. The biggest, worst, and ugliest crime. People eating beans will never transmigrate.
I'm
they
sorry.
deserve nothing but eternal punishment.
I'm sorry. What?
What? Are you serious?
What?
Is this rule only for soybeans? What about broad beans, snow peas, chickpeas? And what does it say about other bean-based products?
Yeah, what?
Beans are beans.
You're funny. This doesn't even make sense. By this logic, aren't the coffee drinkers going to rot in hell?
That's a good point.
I happen to have a box of coffee beans in my bag.
Rock Empire produces her treasure and waves a single bean around her mouth, looking for a reaction.
If I put one coffee bean in my mouth, will the vulture get me right away? No way! Whoa, easy, mate. Do you want to get physical? This pirate is not scared of you.
Coffee beans are knocked over. Some restless small fingers start to what?
That's not fair! The critters are coming to your aid!
Small figures start to rustle in the shadows. Okay.
This is not good. We need to separate
Oh,
them.
hello. Hello, Raiders. How are we doing? I don't believe I know you, but feel free to talk about yourself and introduce yourself. Thank you so much for raiding.
Hello there.
How are y'all doing? What were y'all streaming? I'm assuming you guys were streaming together.
What's this? Be serious. What's your race? The ingredient store owner said it was very effective. Please believe me. Sprinkle.
Oh, Valorant. Interesting. I know a lot of people like that game.
Easy,
I hope y'all had a good stream and a good time.
Scientific version.
Let me give you both. Let me give you both a shout out.
This should be fine, right?
Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Yeah, it's kind of a boring day. Yeah, that too. Oh, well, I have to wait 2 minutes apparently before I can give a shout out. I appreciate that a lot. Thank you. I'm following both of you now, by the way. Yeah, they had happy stretchies, you're right. Happy stretchies! Feel free to use some sound alerts or redeems or whatever you like. Oh no, I always follow anybody that raids me or like that follows in my chat. It's just, I feel like it's just, I have to. I feel like I have to for some reason. It's a thing. It's a matter of pride at this point. I'm like, I gotta do it right. Oh yeah, thank you for coming into my stream. We are playing Reverse 1999 right now. I am doing the new chapter, chapter 5 of the story that just got released pretty recently. I decided to do it on stream because I am trying to force myself to play this game more because I keep forgetting. So I'm like, you know what, if I do it on stream, I'm gonna remember. So yeah, and for those of you that don't know me, that came in with the raid, my name is Heather Journey. I'm a witchy wolf that loves to write. Ow! And I play a lot of story-driven games, waifu games, but I'm generally a just all around, what do they call them? Variety streamer. And I hope you have a, I'm generally considered a say-so cozy streamer. So I hope you guys have a really comfy time and enjoy your time here. If you have to leave, no worries. Go get your snackies and your... and do your things.
Oh, don't worry. I have prepared it all. I have prepared it all.
Let me see if it'll let me shut up.
Kyuppin won't give up his friends. Neither will Jotherby. Ow! Owie! Oh, stand up! There's one around!
There we go. Thank you for the raids. Every little bit helps. Why are you eating Regulus? What is happening?
Martin! Sonetto! Lilia! Get her off me!
What is going on here? 37, let go of the guest's head. Now.
37 sticks out her tongue and lets go of Regulus reluctantly. She returns to the corner, giving the floor to the rest of them.
Sorry that I'm late.
Oh! A new character? Okay.
The correct
Oh, that's
Sophia.
Sophia.
I will take over from here.
Okay, alright, okay. She's pretty
Oh,
cool.
Finally, we have an ordinary person here.
Thank God. I have no idea what's going on.
Please, let's talk on the way to the outside.
I get to go outside. I get to touch grass. What is this? What is this?
We believe everything can be translated into numbers. Things are made up of numbers, and mathematics is the key.
What is grass? I know, right?
It is like the fire
no
that
comprendo.
lights us from the darkness. This world may decay in time, but numbers will transcend the limit placed for all other things in existence. And if one can take up the challenges and improve oneself with practice, they may clear their thoughts and find out their truth.
As they speak at the end of a long tunnel, there comes
That
light.
is, to find out the number of their soul.
Oh God, I hate numbers.
Oh, this is
I already hate this place. It's all algebra and numbers.
Open as fast as the high seas.
I prefer words and syllables, thank you.
If you were to speak of consuming
She's
things
really
again,
cool. I like her
I will have
design.
no choice but to send you into the depths of the sea.
Well,
Fine, fine. I haven't done anything yet.
say, why do they hate beans so
Miss
much?
Sophia,
What the fuck?
Could you please repeat all the taboos on the island?
That's so weird.
It was too dark in there. I didn't take them all down.
Worry not, Miss Sonetto. I have them all recorded.
Thanks, Miss Radio. Appreciate you. Blue Flower shakes in pride, showing the results of her attentiveness.
1. Abstain from beans. 2. Do not pick up what has fallen. 3.
But
Touch not a white
if you
rooster.
drop something...
4. Do not poke the fire with swords. 5. Do not jump over a crossbar. 6. Do not cut wood on a main road.
What?
7. Do not enter the hall in new garments. Enter
What do
the
you
hall from the
mean?
right.
Are we not supposed to
leave
change
from
our
the left.
clothes?
8.
What?
Do not keep swallows around your house. 9.
Do not sleep on a grave.
Who's gonna do that?
Make the bed as soon as you wake up, leaving no imprint of your body.
And you're not supposed to make your bed, apparently. That I can live with. I'm good with that one. I don't need to do that. Next to her, Regulus is utterly agape as if she saw a killer whale running on the ground with 2 feet.
Even the police in London would be less officious.
I know, right? What the hell?
This is an archaic arcanist group we're dealing with. I assume they have their own reason for these.
But what else are we going to do if we can't pick up the things on the ground? Just let it rot? Oh, this doesn't even make sense.
That's what I was saying. Like, what if you drop something by accident?
You are indeed an irrational number.
Huh? What about me?
Though I can't identify the exact number of yours, it's never too hard to tell the number types. Like you are a very typical irrational number. Irrational numbers are disobedient, sometimes unreasonable, and they hardly play by any rules. Just like the non-terminating random numbers following its decimal. These numbers are the floating points, or the noises. People of this type are the random ones whose actions show no pattern whatsoever.
Disobedient, unreasonable, never play by the rules.
Yep, that's Regulus.
So that's what their judgment is based on.
Oh, she even gets the rock and roll part right.
Stop pulling my leg. This pirate will not so easily be defined.
I was gonna say, I don't think Lilia is much better. She's a functioning alcoholic.
My number has not come yet.
Oh, you don't know? Well, I can help you with that. You are an irrational number 2.
A little crystal green ball coming from nowhere precisely hits Regulus on the head.
Ouch! What is this? A grape?
Huh. A perfect parabola.
A what? 37 stands behind them, holding a bunch of juicy grapes in her hand. She seems to be enjoying the moment.
Oh, it's you again. I won't be bettered in a fight this time.
Regulus's face is lit with anticipation. She is well prepared for another fight. I'm kind of sad I missed the whole 37 event now, but Sophia takes a step forward and stands between them.
37? Shouldn't you be off preparing for the doctrinal meeting?
Yeah, 37.
6 asked me to take care of our guests. But I'm usually the one who receives the guests. Engaging with strangers might be a little difficult for you.
There's no causal link in these two events.
People always bother you with trifles only because you're fine with it. Do not sleep on a grave, and do not cut wood on a main road. Idleness is the cause of the breakage of one's flesh and soul in the long journey of perfecting oneself. Those who have not yet found their numbers have even fewer excuses to be indolent. Besides, why would you place the head of a guest in your mouth?
She said she's going to eat beans.
That does not justify
Spill
your
the
action.
beans!
Come to think of it, is she safe to bite if she had consumed the beans? Wouldn't that make you the bean eater as well? The right way to deal with this is to throw the offenders into the sea. Let the Gorgon current take them and confine them in the ever-repeating circular motion.
I feel like that's a little, much.
Oh yeah, this is the most optimal solution.
How come you didn't think of it? This is one of the most basic set problems.
Hello? Are we done with the chit-chatting? Conspiring to my face to throw me in the sea. Mind you, this pirate's tolerance has limits.
Rygo swips up the grate that 37 used to hit her earlier and throws it at 37 with all her strength. Boop! The grape hits 37 on her forehead. 37 looks shocked. Her mouth falls open with horror.
Right in the bullseye. What? What's that look on your faces? An eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth. I didn't start this.
Regulus, did you just pick up the grape that 37 threw at you earlier from the ground? Did you just violate the rule of not to pick up what has fallen?
What?
The sound of wings suddenly comes down from above. A few stiff feathers with golden trim drift down like falling leaves. Oh no. Sophia's expression freezes.
Abraxas incoming! It will take the offenders with it.
A chicken's head and 2 snakes as a feet. What?
It's a cockatrice.
What on earth is that?
I think.
This is not good. They seem dangerous. Regulus, come to my side.
Time to battle, you're right. You're right, plant and star. So let's put Voyager back in here.
No wingman is needed.
Hey, hello there.
What's that?
Yeah, that's a cockatrice. Cockatrice, however you want to pronounce it.
What's this?
Means the same thing.
Stay focused. It seems to be mixed up. It should be fine, right?
Go, go!
Two can play at the poison game.
Please don't. Come play with us. Not late. Goodbye. Be serious. Stay focused. Goodbye. Please. Listen. Say hello.
That one's dead.
Please don't. Just like in the train. Be serious. Stay focused. Oh, don't worry. I have prepared it all. I have prepared it all.
Get wrecked.
Ow! What's your race? Be serious. Stay focused. What's that? Say hello.
Oh, let's go. Only one more.
Stars. Please, listen. For everyone. What's your race? Be serious. What's your race? Cradle.
Red 38 is about to return.
Regulus!
Enemy is almost invincible. One of the Abraxases holds Regulus with its snake feet like an eagle clutching a turtle dove, leaving for the dungeon. What do you mean?
Captain!
We defeated them just fine.
I can't leave her alone. This apple shall follow her.
Apple follows the Abraxas. He looks weak and lonely in the air like a left-behind sparrow.
A toast to Regulus.
She'll have any
To her
excuse to
ever-fighting
drink.
spirit of breaking away from jails, no matter how many times she has been put behind bars.
Luckily, she didn't have any beans.
May her soul be cleansed in the dungeon. What a mess. Ena eftegramot mima. Schimatizete otan enosume dios semia.
Sophia gently touches the brass ruler on her waist. As the glow fades, the grassland... What? It skipped. The grassland has been flattened to its original state.
Timekeeper, did you see that?
The arcane skills cast by the congregation on this island are very different from those we have seen. Mr. Apple is with Regulus. She won't be in danger for now. Let's follow Sophia.
I need answers. Give answers. As they walk, the woods become less dense. At the end of their path, this is a triangular stone statue standing among the trees.
We have wasted too much time on unnecessary matters. Miss Furton, this is the place you've journeyed to visit. The Hall of Apiron. This is where we share our knowledge of Numa, which is also the storm you've been referring to.
I need answers. Give answers. I'm basically just gonna keep going until I run out of stamina. Whatever it's called in this game, I don't remember.
Before you enter the Great Hall, please place your right palm on the stone and swear to it solemnly.
Girl closes her eyes and begins an emphatic prayer.
I wish to be baptized in the water of Gnosis and be rid of the long darkness of ignorance. I ask my tongue to be taken, for it has spoken
I kind of like my tongue, thank
and I
you.
shall stay silent for the truth. I choose to leave the fragments of matters behind me and enter the Great Hall of Forms as clean as a newborn. I swear to let matters stay in the world of matter and a form in the world of forms. I swear to reveal no secrets, or my heart shall be taken by the vulture, my body consumed in flames, my soul trapped in the endless wheel of birth. Now, knock 3 times on the stone. Put on these ceremonial dresses. That'd be all. Remember to enter the hall from the right, and leave from the left. You are the humblest audience here, hence not allowed to speak. Please, stay quiet, and keep the secrets you heard at heart. I will arrange your meeting with 6 after this.
No problem. Miss Sophia, could you give us some privacy?
Please, enjoy. I have nothing more to say.
She walks away indifferently as if none of them actually existed before her. These people are rude, I feel like.
Vertin, are we really going to do this? That oath we have to make to enter the hall sounds vicious.
To stay quiet and keep the secrets.
It's similar to the training we once received. I can go inside on behalf of Timekeeper.
No, I'll come with you, Sonetto.
But
I can't sense any sign of arcane skill on this stone. The oath is more of a formality than a curse.
The warning is lifted then?
But when Sophia repaired the floor in front of us with her arcane skill, there's no fluctuation of arcane power either. I can't even sense the slightest signs.
Interesting.
It's either a kind of arcane skills we're not able to detect, or the moment we stepped onto this island,
we've been trapped in a tremendous ritual. That's to say, any arcanum used on this island is only a part of this giant flow. We don't know where this flow is leading us. We know nothing about it. It's too perilous, Timekeeper.
I know, Sonetto. But as long as we obey their rules, we won't get into other trouble. The doctrine of the Apparan is to live in solitude and seek nothing but the truth. In fact, they've never been aggressive towards us.
Except for Regulus.
I think of this differently. Think. The pure blood arcanist community, the unknown arcanum power, and the obsession with certain knowledge or identity. Sound familiar?
Yet, we haven't spotted any traces of the Manus here.
Manus Vindictae is like the rat living in the gutter. I don't think they will let go such a favorable chance.
Which means...
Yeah, they haven't really
we need
made
to
a
find
super
out the
lot of
truth.
moves recently.
I believe in Timekeeper.
Yes. Lilia shakes her hands.
I have zero interest in this meeting. I'll stay outside to keep a lookout. Take care.
There is no time to hesitate. The door already lies before them. Hands on hands and recite the vows in mind.
I wish to be baptized in the water of Gnosis and be rid of the long darkness of ignorance.
I ask my tongue to be taken, for it has spoken mindless words, and I shall stay silent for the truth.
I choose to leave the fragments of matters behind me and enter the great hall of forms as clean as a newborn.
I swear to let matter stay in the world of matter, and a form in the world of forms.
I swear to reveal no secrets. Or my heart shall be taken by the vulture, my body consumed in flames, my soul trapped in the endless wheel of birth.
Why does this sound like a cult shit? All seats in the hall have been taken.
Fellow brothers, sisters, our quest for Gnosis had suffered 3 unprecedented crises. First was the discovery of irrational numbers, and then the creation of imaginary numbers. Last was the loss of the grand unification of different lineages. The truth was buried, and history was rewritten. But the emanation is not a crisis. Instead, it's our last salvation. The supreme existence has once again shown itself to us. The door to the everlasting transcendent world of forms has opened once again. As Numa pours down, things are rewound to the world of light. Everything in the world of matter breaks into pieces, for they are as delicate as a petal before it. We, who have the honor to witness the emanation of Numa, have the privilege to survive the turning of the Wheel of Birth. Because we know the truth. Our survival is destined. It is the beginning of a mission to bring the unseen truth into this world.
His audience responds with a round of applause, but nobody
Thank
says
you.
a word. Speaker bows and thanks and gestures towards the hall.
The next orator is 37, our smallest irregular prime, and the brightest star of Hermes.
Well, so she is in a regular. The applause stops. A moment of silent reverence passes, a dedication to truth.
The emanation in 1929 only lasted for 2 days. All methods to calculate the Numa emanation failed. We found no pattern in the occurrence of time reversal. All our efforts in the past 4 years have gone completely wasted. That's the end of my speech.
Silence. Long and dead silence. Abruptly, someone starts to clap. Is it the lady? Order comes first and opinion comes second. The mission matters the most. That is what she has been trained to believe.
Shh. Who did that? Who broke the silence?
The silent audience all turn their heads and stare at Sonetto. Yet the apparition has gone.
Sorry, Timekeeper. I just... Get ready to run, Sonetto. The Abraxases are coming.
Aw, snap. Plant and star again. I guess I have to fight more of these cockatrice bastards.
What's your name? Be serious. What's that? Stop lightning. Please don't. Bodyguards! Where are the bodyguards? The ingredient store owner said it was very effective. Please believe me. Goodbye. Bodyguards! Where are the bodyguards? This is my best formula. What's your race? Ah, it seems to be mixed up. This should be fine, right?
Okay, so that one's dead. Okay, so we need to heal first.
What's this?
Wait, hang on. Hold on. Heal.
What's that?
This is poison. This is gonna poison both of them extra, and then use her
what
ult.
this is. Typhon won't give up his friends. Neither will Southerby. I trickled the ingredients this time.
And then that's gonna automatically put the extra poison damage on them and heal me. Yeah. Okay. So star.
Be serious. What's your race? Please, listen.
That was lightning. Kringle. Ow! What's that?
Just like in the train. Oh, don't worry. I have prepared it all. I have prepared it all. What's your race? Stars.
Kringle.
Eating.
Let's go.
Yes. Great.
Okay. Guess we have enough for another one. I'm just gonna keep going until I run out of stamina, so...
Can somebody tell me why I constantly get locked up ever since I've known Vertim?
Well... You're not wrong, Regulus. You're not wrong. And now neglected corner, the rockin' pirate is deep in thought.
First locked up in a suitcase, then a Foundation cell, now this! Oh, what else could it be if Vertim weren't the jinx? Lads! I know what's going on! You got the wrong person! She is the most irrational number here!
The dungeon gate remains tightly locked. The wood made of it wouldn't understand her words.
I'm knocked. What does it say here? Freedom will be granted once the proof is completed. That's to say, I have to prove myself not an irrational number to get out of here. Which is exactly what I've been trying to do, isn't it? Right.
Yeah. She said what she said.
Ugh.
She drops to a crouch because of the pain.
Captain, maybe you're in the wrong direction. This apple presumes that the followers on this island have a close connection with Pythagoreanism.
Pythagoras? That ancient Greek mathematician? The guy who said something about the opposite side of a right triangle? Isn't he the guy who lives in sometime BC?
Maths is only a part of the Pythagoreans' achievement, but from a more universal perspective, they are a mysterious group of scholars. Believing things are made up of numbers, venerating integer numbers, abstaining from beans, and the religious collective lifestyle. These are all pointing to Pythagoreanism. The earliest Pythagorean school perished because of the discovery of irrational numbers, which explains their odium of it. At that time, a deviant student named Hippasus discovered root 2, and the theories based on the ratio of integers they hold dear were upended. Hippasus himself was drowned in the sea.
Interesting.
This apple assumes they see the integers as the standard of virtue, and people can increase the number they rank through study and self-improvement. Besides, they are convinced that a numerical code is hidden in everything and everyone. Whoever can solve the code can obtain the truth of the world.
Alright, now I know what's going on.
Regulus immediately gets off the ground.
This pirate has had enough of this moral standard, which is obviously prudish, backward, and lacks humanitarian spirit. I'm going to tackle the root cause of this misfortune.
Aha, the root cause. Aha, aha, aha. Pirate, the believer in liberty, walks in circles in front of the gate and suddenly starts to pull the loosened strips on the door.
I'm breaking out!
Why am I not surprised? The captain quickly gives the sufficient and prerequisite condition to prove herself an irrational number. This apple may be able to offer some help.
Oh, wait, what did it say? As soon as Apple does what? As soon as Apple puts his hands on the wall. He doesn't have hands! What do you mean? He feels a violent shake come through it. What the fuck do you mean? What hands? The sound of birds and beasts echo into the cell. Chief Mate Apple floats out from the gaps of the guest room, making a thorough inspection.
All Abraxases are flying in the same direction. Is this their habit, or...
Ah! The roof is about to collapse! So far, this place has made the London Juvenile Detention Centre a heaven on earth.
Fortunately, the scattered rocks were not enough to fill... Oh, shit. It keeps skipping like that. Were not enough to fill the spacious guest room. Regulus pulls herself together and resumes her prison break once again. Perhaps the collapse made the cell drafty. A cool, gloomy fog descends to the room. The wooden gate, however, stands still.
Oh, is there a piece of paper? Did one of the Abraxases drop this? Strange. The unsolvable puzzle. Is this a math problem?
Oh, hell. Get it away.
0.4, 0.7, 1, 1.6, 2.8, 5.2, 10, and 19.6. 8 numbers in total are listed in this order.
There are 8 symbols below, respectively representing the Sun, Mercury, Venus,
Earth, Mars, Jupiter.
Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, and Uranus.
Or Pluto.
Maybe it is a hint that we should fill the symbols in the blank box after the numbers. That sign says to complete the proof. Does it mean to solve this puzzle?
Oh my god.
Ha! How unsolvable can it be? Clearly, each of these 8 numbers should represent one planet. We can easily find the missing planet by trying them one by one. And our Mr. Apple here is the king of the Times crossword. Yes?
I think there is a difference between this and a crossword.
The mellow red fruit rubs his chin.
In this apple's humble opinion, the ratio of certain
Contemplating
numbers
the
should match
crossword.
this number sequence, such as the radius, volume, or rotation period.
Oh my god, you're hurting my brain. I fucking hate math. Jesus
Wouldn't
Christ.
the sun be absurdly large if these numbers stand for their sizes?
A tiny squeak interrupts Regulus's thoughts. Oh no. Small rustling figures have gathered at her feet without her noticing.
Hey! The underground critters are back! Go away! Don't touch my notes! It's not your food!
I kind of like this team. I'll stick with it. Poison, poison. Poison for days. Alright. You're right. Debuff.
What's that? What's your race? Be serious. Stay focused. I tripled the ingredients this time. Say hello. What's this? Go, go!
For everyone.
What's that? Be serious. What's this? The ingredient store owner said it was very effective. Please believe me. What's your race? Be serious. Stay focused. Go, go!
Meeting.
Just like in the train. What's that? What's this? I know what this is. The ingredient store owner said it was very effective. I tripled the ingredient this time. This is the gift. Well prepared for you.
Get poisoned.
Just like in the train. Be serious. What's your race?
I'm really glad I pulled Jessica. I love her.
I have prepared it all.
She's so fun.
Go, go!
Okay, he's probably gonna die of poison, but if he doesn't. Oh, so close.
Be serious. Stay focused. What's that? Say hello. I've already said that Sotheby doesn't need a bodyguard.
She said what she said.
Hold on, please, Captain. Seems like the critters are trying to tell us something. They are pointing at the sign of the sun.
Is that so? Even the critters on this island know math. The sun. What if the sun is just here to serve as a reference point? I read an IAU's report in the Times 2 years ago. You know, the International Astronomical Union. Earth's average distance to the sun is approximately 93 million miles. As for Mercury, the average distance is 36 million, and Venus 67 billion miles. Let's say if we take the distance between Earth and the Sun as one astronomical unit, then the distance between the Sun and Mercury would be approximately 0.4 units, and Venus 0.7 units.
Help.
There you go. These numbers are the ratio of their average distance to the Sun to the Earth-Sun distance.
You lost me, but okay.
The average distance from Mars to the Sun is about 142 million miles. Jupiter about 484 million miles. Saturn 886 million miles, and Uranus 1.786 billion miles. By rough calculation, and if we round the results to one decimal place, Mars would be 1.6 units, Jupiter 5.2 units, Saturn 10 units, and Uranus 19.6 units. That's weird. All these numbers one can hardly remember have become so clear in my mind.
But if these numbers stand for the ratio of distance, what's the planet for 2.8? There's no planet between Mars and Jupiter.
If the Sun is the reference, we will have one planet missing here. Is it really a puzzle unsolvable?
Aha! Nothing is unsolvable. You are looking at the solution. There must be one planet out there, unknown to us as of yet, located between Mars and Jupiter.
A massive vibration shakes beneath the ground.
What now?
Ooh, that's a good CG. Whisper! What's up, my guy? How you doing? How are you doing? Things are... Oh my god, a planet emerges from the darkness. Planet, everybody. It rises in the air with little warning, shedding cold gray light in this damp and dark cave. It's bright, gigantic, and noticeable,
What
obviously.
Is this? A celestial body, which I have never seen before.
Let me give you a shout out. Thank you so much for the raid. We're playing some
Captain,
Reverse
this
1999
apple has an
today.
impression on this.
I'm working on the new chapter story.
There is indeed a star between Mars and Jupiter. It is called the Ceres, discovered by Piazzi Giuseppe, an Italian priest in 1801.
What's it about? It's... Oh my
Ceres.
god, there's a lot.
Did we just validate its existence?
Basically...
Is the universe truly arranged according to this sequence? Could this be the ultimate key of everything?
Let me wait till she finishes talking and I'll try to explain it the
Regulars.
best I can.
Regulars.
There's a lot going on right now. Someone is eagerly shaking her arm.
What are you doing? Good food poisoning after accidentally eating one of those critters?
Odd. My head hurts. What was that?
All the stars have disappeared now. There are only cold walls and damp air. Oh, and Lilia, who is looking grave.
I'll make it short. Stanetta is in detention. They're planning to sentence her to death by giving her the poisoned wine.
Oh my god, not poisoning her. Hold on a second. What the frick? I thought they were just gonna cast her back into the sea. What? Not Sonetto. Don't poison Sonetto. Wow.
As you can see, this school on the island lives in a box made by the truth. Even if they have a donut in their hands when they are hungry, they still see a topological space. Like the cute ring attached to an initiation toy. It's not food anyways.
Okay, before I click this and she continues talking, I will try to explain. Let me explain. Okay, so basically, your main character is Vertin, and she is who is known as the Timekeeper. There is an organization called the St. Pavlov's Foundation, and they are basically the keepers of time, and they are also known as anarchists, which is people who have like magical abilities, basically. And their goal is to like help humans and stuff, and basically like keep the earth in balance and time in balance and everything. And our specific job is to focus on time specifically. And there's this thing going on, I guess not here on this island, but everywhere else, called the Storm. And it is a phenomenon where time goes backwards. So the game's title is Reverse, right? The time basically reverses itself. And if you get caught up in it, then the people that get stuck in the past, there are people that get stuck in the past, and then there are people like us who can travel through time safely because we have a specific tool called the suitcase, which for some reason allows us to travel through time. It's kind of like the TARDIS. but it protects us from the storm. And we're trying to figure out and stop the storm and bring time back to balance is kind of... but we have to, like, investigate and figure out, like, why the storm is doing what it is, and all kinds of stuff. In this island that we're at right now, the time is actually the actual year that time is supposed to be before the storm started sending the time backwards. So we're trying to figure out why that is. And then there's also another organization besides the St. Pavlov's organization that is called the Manus, I forget if it's like Manus Syndicate or something like that. And they're like the villain. St. Pavlov is not good either, but they're like the villains, and they're trying to, like, I think preserve the storm and, like, use it to their advantage or something. I'm not sure what they want, but they're kind of crazy. Anyways, it's really, really complicated plot. You basically kind of have to figure it out yourself. And there's a lot about it that I don't quite understand, but it's a really cool concept. Yeah, any game with time shenanigans is like, what the fuck am I playing? What is going on? Yeah, it's interesting. But there's a lot of really good art here, a lot of good music, the voice acting's good, it's an indie developer, and there's a lot of really, like, sapphic characters and relationships that I really like in this game, so it's really fun. It's also a gacha-based RPG, and the RPG, like, battle system is based off, like, cards. It's a card turn-based RPG, and every character kind of has their own abilities and lore and design.
But if you give them a puzzle,
it's cool. I like it.
They will enjoy it like the best Kaiserschmarrn.
What?
Oh, my apologies. I was not talking about the one you are holding. No. With all due respect, that thing in your hand is pretty old. The mold on it seems to come from the 18th century.
It's free to download if you ever want to check it out. It's on the App Store, and you can also download the desktop version, which is the version I'm playing now. I tend to prefer the desktop versions because they look really nice on PC.
But we have to admit, it is not just ordinary mold. It reminds us of the story in which, once, a merchant's son looked up at the night sky and found the answer to the stars for us. The young man firmly believed that the movement of the stars and the sun follows certain laws. Just like how the delicate gears in a watch work together.
It's kind of like Genshin. It's free to play, but if you want to buy stuff to, like, you know, increase your stamina or get you more pulls, then you can. It has in-game purchases, but you don't have to buy them.
And his point was even proven correct by Zeus's grandfather. When another gentleman observed the sky through the reflecting telescope, he took
I also got the girl on the current banner, and I'm proud of that.
Your body was exactly there.
I'm trying to pull the ones on the standard banner because I'm still missing quite a few of them. But I think it's because I keep trying to pull on the event banners, and that's why I'm missing the ones on the standard, because I'm using all my pulls for those.
19.6. The 8th number in the sequence, the 7th planet in the solar system.
Oh, well, it's not like Genshin, you're right. It's not at all. No. Absolutely not. There's no gacha here. What are you talking about?
If the world
Nope.
was not created by God, are there any theories we can use to explain such a beautiful law? Yes. The one that says it never actually exists. Anyone can see the breach in this number sequence. That is the planet.
It is cool, though, and they're always, you know, doing their best to, like,
I mean, how come we have never
re-release
seen it
new
before,
characters
if it does
and,
exist?
or release new characters, excuse me. And then they always have an event quest going on, like, at all times almost. And they update the events really fast once they're over, so... But the events also last a super-duper, like, decent amount of time, like, a month A month plus, usually, so you have time. Unlike Genshin, who usually gives you like 2 weeks, they give you a lot of time to finish the event, which I'm still working on the current one, by the way. I'm working on it.
What is wrong? Or we've been blind all this time. What do you think?
This might be my religious trauma answering, but God is wrong.
Oh, darling. I forgot that you are one of the boring people from the modern times.
Yeah, it's really cool. If you want to stick around, I'm going to be doing some more story and battles in it, so...
You need to understand that we are talking about
and I can show you, like, what the summon gacha looks like.
Century. Back then, everyone still believed that the imaginary creatures
and I can show you what characters I have.
Got to witness the birth of
it's
God's
like
creations.
90% female characters, which is why I like it, but there are some male characters in here. But if you like if you like the waifus, this is a good game.
Still ended, eventually, by another discovery, the 8th planet. Not the Ceres nor the Uranus, but a new planet. People found it through more precise astronomical data and calculation, proving that the number sequence found by
still
the
don't know
merchant
anything
sun
that this lady has
was
told
only
me
a
up to
myth.
this point. I don't even know who she is.
Now we are clear
Apparently
what
she
we're talking
calls me her
about.
granddaughter.
It's an
I don't
unsolvable
know.
puzzle. It makes no sense from the very beginning.
I have no knowledge of this grandmother of mine.
We found the Ceres because it happened to be there. It is real, and no one can deny its existence. In other words, we can perfectly prove the rationality of mathematics because we invented it. It's been a good dream, I suppose. Now, imagine that you are walking alone in the darkest valley ever, trying to drag your fragile body upward as much as possible before it is worn out. Hoarse cries squeeze
Yes.
their way
I like
out of your
Ganyu.
mouth to ask for a response from the gods. Suddenly, an afflatus dawns on you.
My favorite character
next
is
moment,
actually not
a
released
miracle
yet, but I'm
happens.
waiting
You are
for her.
already
It's
at the top of the
Clorand.
mountain.
I am so excited for her banner. I'm like, screw the name, screw
celestial
all these
body
characters.
from
I
the
am waiting for my
skyline.
wife. I've got like almost 40 polls for her, and I've
Even
skipped
if
like
it's
3
only in your
banners.
imagination,
I'm like, I'm ready.
just witness
I'm
the
ready,
dawn
miHoYo, gib.
of creation. And
Yeah.
the shock is real.
The only male character I think I would ever pull for, is probably Risley, and it's because he's a wolf guy, because I'm a wolf, right? So, he's like the only male character I actually like. All the rest of them, I'm like, nah. I mean, I kinda like Linny because he's, reminds me of my online bro Jen, but... Razor's boring to me, I'm sorry.
Let no one ignorant of geometry or the irrational numbers enter. 37 told me you are the integers. She's the genius kissed by the god of truth. She can see our numbers and has never made a mistake. But I don't understand. Why would you break the silence at the meeting?
I, like, never used him, like, at all,
I
hardly.
apologize, Miss Sophia.
I used,
I won't defend our behavior.
Lisa and Fischl as my Electros. Fischl was my main Electro for the longest time. I still use her from time to
More than
time.
half of the people to vote for your friend's commutation. Perhaps she won't be sentenced to death. I have gathered some case files from the past. I hope it will be of some help.
The scroll is lined with golden trim. Even without knowing what it contains, it is a significant gift.
These files are... But won't you be in trouble for helping us?
I have my own reasons.
Sophia closes her eyes, recalling the ancient wisdom.
Integers are the living example of virtues, the standard of purification. It represents a soul existing in the world of forms, a true being.
That's fair. I use Kokomi as my healer. Also Chi-Chi. Chi-Chi was my main healer for the long-ass time, but recently I've been using
The ones who
Kokomi.
violate rules knowingly. The ones who turn a positive number into negatives. And a civil person, a criminal.
The corrector who has no number sighs and looks away.
If integers like you would lose your life over some unintentional mistakes, wouldn't it be a great shame? Besides, I can't stand the idea of you being killed in front of me.
Not rigorous.
37 suddenly shows up behind Sophia like an apparition. Why does she always show up like that? Her friend is quietly startled. She speaks no words, only moving a little away from her.
For one thing, we still don't know Vertin and Sonetto's numbers. For another, the fact that every crow we've seen is black doesn't necessarily entail that the next crow will also be black. Even if every virtuous person we met has been an integer, we can't be certain that the next one will still be an integer.
Yeah,
Same
she's
case for
got a
irrational
point.
numbers.
She's got a point. I
You're
mean,
right, 37.
people can't be defined by one term.
People always
Beto,
tend to believe that
yas, the
virtuous
lesbian
people are
pirate
integers.
queen. Let's fucking
That is what
go.
we call
I love her so much. I'm gonna cosplay her eventually.
Correct.
But I gotta cosplay
Not
Chlorand
entirely
first, you're right.
correct. Everyone can make mistakes.
And then me and Jen are
Numbers are
cosplaying
just
Linny and
numbers.
Lynette because
They are
bro
not
sis
associated with
shenanigans.
virtues.
Unlike me, you're always right, 37.
I don't know what differs us.
But after those two, it's gonna be Lisa and Beto are my next Genshin cosplays down the line.
Yes.
Then I will leave them with you.
Because Electro characters, apparently. I also have already cosplayed Raiden.
I have
Yes!
done poorly in
I love
receiving
doing duo
the guests.
cosplays. It's so fun.
I will ask Six for my punishment after the assembly.
Huh? So you are not coming back to my laboratory? Neither will you help me review the calculation results or sort out the books?
The scripture shall not be challenged. What's more, any students here can help you in the laboratory. It doesn't have to be me.
Aw, but she's sad. 37 is disappointed. She lowers her head and kicks away a tiny piece of rock.
Had I known, I would have let someone else welcome Vertin and her friends. Like 210. He loves to brag to young ladies so much that he would take the punishment willingly, right?
Yeah, fuck
You
210.
were that someone else who was assigned to receive them in the first place. If I hadn't stopped you in time, how much longer would Regulus's head have stayed in your mouth? Not to mention what happened last time, and the time before that.
But the fact that I have messed up all the receptions before doesn't mean
I
may
know,
excel in
it's
the
so
next one.
sad.
The chances of messing up the first reception and the 100th reception are the same.
Whatever you say, you little sophist.
She puts down the file and leaves in a hurry. She's doing her best. I appreciate
Everyone
her.
says so. But compliments won't help her find her number.
Why does everyone need a number? 37 drops her head, but soon her face is lit with an excited smile again, like a child who has found a piece of candy.
So, Vertin, are you ready for the debate?
I'm sorry,
Does
the
that mean
debate.
you will help us? Of course. I don't want to miss the chance.
Please
What
help
chance?
us. I have no fucking clue what's going on.
Chance to see your numbers. There's no greater knowledge than the knowledge of oneself. And there's no more exciting truth than the truth of oneself. I can quickly tell which types of numbers you are, but it requires proof to know the exact number of your soul. I want to know the answer before you see your own numbers. So it's 37 who proves it, not 13.
I'd be glad to give this chance to you.
37 turns down the corners of her lips discontently.
That's boring.
Well, listen.
Let's go, Vertin. The assembly's about to start.
Listen. Oh boy. Okay. You're right. Let me show you. Okay, so this is the main story. Right here. So, I'm on chapter 5. This is the newest one that just recently came out. You have little anecdotes now, which are like little quests for each character, for some of the side characters. This is your resources, so like your little ley lines in Genshin, this is what those are basically. And this is your insights for your characters, so you can grind for each different type of character. There's mineral, star, plant, and beast types are the 4 types. And then it's kind of like Fire Emblem, if you played Fire Emblem. It's kind of like the weapon wheel, where like swords are better than axes, axes are better than pole arms are better than swords, and so on and so forth. It has its own little like wheel. And then this is something they recently added that oh, thank you. That I need to work on. It's a little like exploratory mission thing. It's interesting. And then there's this, which I haven't done in a long time, but these are like, they're called limbo stages, and you just, to get extra rewards, you just keep playing it and completing battles and stuff. It's like the, I forget what it's called in Genshin, but the little like place in Mondstadt. And then you get your daily rewards and your weekly rewards and your little, what's it called? This is, the jukebox is your little, whatever it's called in Genshin, I forget. But it's just extra rewards. The longer you play, you'll just start picking up more rewards. And you can also buy the collector's edition, which gives you more rewards. It is very similar to Genshin in a lot of respects. I got an achievement. Let's go. Yeah. Oh. Hitting towards help. But, what is this? Oh. Oh, I forgot I can do that now. Okay. That's fine. This is the current event story right now. You have little side stuff you can do, and then you have the little store where you can buy stuff with your in-game or in-event rewards, and then you have a whole main story to complete, which I'm still working on. Oh, cool. And you get rewards from all kinds of different things. You also have what's called a wilderness, which is kind of like your teapot in Genshin, and you can collect little materials. Your main sources of income are your dust and your Sharpedonis, which is your mora, your money.
Huh?
And then you can increase your bond with characters, and they'll give you like extra rewards to help you get pulls. And you can set one character on your main screen. This is Voyager. She's my favorite. So these are all the characters I've collected. The ranks go from rank 1 to rank 6. Rank 6 is your 5 stars in Genshin, is your highest level. Anything that's in gold like this is a 6 star. Anything that's in lighter yellow is a 5 star. Anything that's in purple is a 4-star. Anything that is blue is a 3-star. And then I think these are 2 stars, so I think 2 stars is the lowest, actually. I think, yeah, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So instead of going from 1 to 5, it's weird, but they actually do have 2 and 3 ranks and 4 ranks instead of, or Genshin only has 4 and 5, which I think is kind of, I always thought that was kind of weird, but whatever. But yeah, these are all my characters I've collected. So I've been collecting a lot, and I'm working on, I want to get all the 6-star female characters. And then this is your summon, so this is your wishes, basically. And this is the current banner, is the girl from the event story. I actually have already pulled her, so I'm trying to pull for this banner, and I can kind of show you what that looks like. Because I have some pulls right now. Oh, it's HallowedPedia!
Hey, the great Verdin. Nice to see you again.
He was from the horror event, which was basically kind of like Friday the 13th. That's also the event where Jessica and Blondie are from. I actually haven't pulled him before, so that's cool. Oh, I hate.
Good day.
Listen, Nick Bottom. I've pulled you like 6 million times. Get out of here. I've also pulled you like 600 times. Like Genshin, a lot of times you get pulls that you don't want, but you just keep trying. Eventually you'll get a new character. Like I just got HallowedPedia. He's new. I haven't pulled him before.
That jump scares are really outdated.
He's funny. I like him. And then if you want to check your like how many characters you've gotten, you can check your Arcanus, and this is the list of all the Arcanists in the game right now. This is Druvis, this is Aenite, I haven't pulled them yet. Regulus is here. This is Medicine Pocket. I believe that's Schneider, which I don't think she's available in the game right now yet. I don't know who these two are. One of them's Tooth Fairy. I think that's Tooth Fairy. One of them's also 37. 37's a 6-star. And then these are all 5 stars, which I've collected almost all of them. I'm missing these 3 apparently. Oh, that's Desert Flannel. She's in the new event. Who is... I'm not sure who these 2 are. One of them's probably Sophia. I think this is 37. And these are all the 4 stars, 3 stars, 2 stars. So I'm only missing a few 5 stars, and then I have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, little over 10 6 stars that I'm missing, but that's pretty cool. I keep working. I'm gonna keep working on pulling for more characters, but welcome back. But yeah, we're just going to keep continuing the main story. I have enough for probably 2 more story chapters, depending on if one of them has a battle or not. Because if it's just story and it doesn't have a battle, it won't make you do any, it won't make you use any stamina. Pairs and Dozens, the Aperion, oh my god, stop. Believers enter the venue. The plaintiff and the defendant are also seated. Oh, let's go. Time for some Ace Attorney!
Don't worry, Timekeeper. I'll defend myself.
Yeah, it's really cool. It's kind of like the mobile version of
Back in the Foundation,
Genshin, but with a different story and aesthetic, I guess. But a lot of the setup's very similar.
This is my duty. I won't let it get in the way of the team's investigation. Sonetto.
Sonetto lowers her head in silence, then sets off resolutely to the center of the hall. The scene is all too familiar. Inside the hall, a judge sits in authority.
By our tradition,
oh, he's
Sonetto
one
will
of the
be
6
given
stars.
poisoned wine,
6.
So she will be muted.
I recognize
and
the
stay that way
portrait.
forever. However, Sophia raised her objection against the decision. After giving the matter some discreet thought, I have decided it is necessary to hold an assembly and take care of it democratically. Those of you who agree to the death sentence may remain seated. Those of you who wish to commute Miss Sonetto's punishment, please put your pebble into the pot in the middle of the hole. Now, Miss Sonetto, Miss Vertin, you may defend yourselves. Until the sand in this hourglass falls to the bottom.
I was gonna say, that hourglass is going really fast, my guy. Truly, this is a formidable war. Relax and take deep breath. Do as the training taught you.
I am Sonetto from St. Pavla Foundation. I wish all the honorable audiences here would lend me their ears to hear my defense as a humanitarian gesture.
What number are you?
A sharp question is thrown at them from the auditorium.
Defendant, the court requires an answer. What is your number?
What? Me? No, I don't have a number.
Don't waste our time. People without a number cannot stand in the Hall of Truth.
Why not?
All her words are void. Sentence her to death now.
Listen, that's not fair. I'm new here. The crowd mumbles approval. The judge knocks at the stone bell. Listen.
42's argument is valid. Defenders, what do you wish to contend?
What? It's valid?
Sonetto's face has gone pale. What she has prepared, formal justice, procedural justice, so the training she had simply has no effect here. This is a new territory.
Objection!
Objection! A petite figure stands up from the auditorium.
According to the record, the last time we inflicted severe punishment was in 1980 to a visitor who ate beans. He ate a carbuncle that feeds on beans. Then he was sentenced to death according to the set theory.
I still don't understand why beans are
In our
forbidden.
scripture,
But...
eating beans is the most evil sin, which undoubtedly fits the most severe punishment. But if we are now executing people for breaking the silence at the assembly, how would it reflect our attitude towards the consumption of beans? Has the latter become less sinful?
It's a good question.
I suggest Sonetto's punishment to be commuted.
A crowd start to clamor.
A good argument.
37's argument is deemed valid. The debate will continue.
37 sits down, feeling satisfied. Then a tall man languidly stands up.
Objection.
Oh, not this guy.
The punishment for eating beans is
I know, right? This island is fucking weird.
For the silence breaker is to drink poisoned wine. Among all the punishments we have, there's no other punishment more dreadful than being thrown into the Gorgon current. Because eternity and infinity are the two things we have the least knowledge of, which makes them the most ghastly punishments among all.
I'm guessing he's another
doesn't make the consumption of beans less sinful.
pull you
The
can,
argument is invalid.
or character you can pull for. I'm not sure what I think he's a 5-star. It's quicker than the knock on the stone bell.
Both both of the crimes would fall into the same category if we are taking the punishment as a frame of reference, which is death.
Objection. The two crimes in question are not commensurable, which makes your comparison invalid.
You're invalid. The debate is heating up. The crowd is becoming restless. More and more pebbles are thrown into the pot.
What's this? I'm completely
Nani?
lost in this irrational debate.
I see. So that's how it works.
What the hell?
Timekeeper?
This whole island doesn't make any fucking sense.
I will help you.
The rules don't make sense. They don't make sense. Calm down, raise your right hand. This is just a debate. It's not about reality. It's not about justice. It's not about reason. It's about winning.
I object.
Alright, you're right. Star. Throw Lily in here. Okay, alright, okay. Actually, I'm gonna put this on her. Do I have another star? I do, but they're not 6 stars. Mineral. Mineral and star. Oh, plant is good against star anyway, so that works out. Yeah, let's use this team. Seems good to me.
I'd like to start by quoting 42's first
Oh my
argument.
god, we're doggone romping this shit.
People without a number cannot stand in the Hall of Truth. In that case, it's not possible for Sinetto to commit a crime in the Hall of Truth. Because she can't even be in the Hall.
Oh my god! Objection!
What? Good point, Virgin. This is our chance to out-argue them.
We are doggone romping this shit. That is hilarious.
Goodbye. Please don't. For everyone. Meeting.
I didn't know we were gonna be one-on-oneing, but that's fine. She's more of a support character, less of a one-on-one.
Stars.
Her ult's so pretty though, I love it. Get wrecked.
These are merely clumsy sophisms. We've all seen her break the maxim.
Objection! What you see cannot be submitted to the court as a transcendental fact. It's nothing but the fragments of the phenomenal world which can't be used in your argument.
Objection sustained. Please, ladies and gentlemen, keep the debate logically consistent.
Since Sinetto has no number, and a person without a number does not exist before the truth, Sinetto thus didn't offend your truth.
Oh,
she didn't break any rules.
Let's go.
For everyone.
Get silenced.
Stars.
I know, right? It's literally Danganronpa up in here.
Goodbye. Please don't.
Objection!
Objection!
Has a number. We can all tell that she is very likely an integer. Therefore, she should be identified as an unknown number, not void. Your sophism has failed.
42's argument is held valid. Is there anything else you'd like to add, defendant?
Tell you a secret, Virgin? We would call criminals negative numbers.
I got it!
For everyone.
It is easy to prove Sonetto's innocence. According to the law of the excluded middle, Sonetto either committed a sin or committed no sin. The two statements cannot be both false at the same time. Since we consider a criminal as a negative number, and a non-criminal as a positive number, Sonetto at present is considered an unknown number. That means she doesn't belong to the criminal set, or the non-criminal set. She did not commit a sin, and did not commit no sin. It's a paradox. I hereby demand to modify the criminal sentence that has been given to Sonetto.
Let's freaking go.
Doesn't need a bodyguard.
We said what we
The law of
said.
excluded middle. A good sophism. Good for you to create a paradox from one sentence of my argument.
That's why I didn't like algebra.
But
Same.
You've made a fatal mistake. You've taken my argument as the basis of your defense. I said people without a number should be expelled from the Hall of Truth. You don't have a number either, Miss Outsider. Based on my argument, which has also been approved by you, I argue that all your arguments
Listen.
are invalid.
This is Ben. Ben is a hoe.
There's no time left.
13 has a number. I saw it.
What? 37, do you know what you're saying?
Yeah. I read her number just now. 13's number is 0.
Interesting.
Come closer. That's right.
Oh, hi, Grandma. How you doing?
Immerse yourself in the shadow,
Uh-huh.
including that hat. You don't want those good ears to hear this private conversation.
Then what's the point of listening to you then?
That pad of paper from the miss? Yes, the one wielding the ruler is quite valuable. I can tell it is of a certain age and records quite a lot of anecdotes. One visitor to the island took out a baguette from his luggage.
Baguette?
To share it with others, he made an attempt to parcel
What
it off.
about the croissant?
Another visitor fell to the ground and happened to sit on a quart measure and break it.
Uh-huh.
You can learn the punishments for them from the paper. The former was thrown into the sea, while the latter into the further sea. Only God knows how this wine-dark sea holds so many visitors. Oh, the debate! That's really a pain in the neck for that logical, pragmatic assistant of yours, isn't it? People always tend to mark what they can't figure out as arcanists' doings, as if things would make sense once they do so. But it won't change the fact that the debate is only a game involving sophistry, improvisation, and straw man fallacy. So what makes it superior to beans, if the form is what they are really after? Anyways,
I still don't
whoever
understand
fools
the
the
bean
others
thing.
first
That's
will win the
so
game.
fucking weird.
No arcanum at all. And that argument of hers is the best attraction for the audience. A special number. A 0. You are neither positive nor negative, which means you don't belong to either side. Now,
That's true.
Imagine one side as an orderly line, and the other as those wandering around. The wanderers can smell the abnormality in you, and of course, no one in that line sees you as one of them.
Sparky! Thank you so much for raiding! Hello! Hello, hello! Let me give you a shout out. How was your stream? What were you playing? How you doing? I've gotten like 4 raids today. I don't know what I'm doing, but apparently keep doing it. You're right. How are you doing?
In a restaurant, fruits are served without the seeds. But in a farm, the seeds are retained for the next harvest.
Oh, interesting. Old school MMOs. I used to play World of Warcraft way back in the day.
Is there any value
Back in my day.
The moment you realize that, you have come to the crossroad of fate.
But thank you so much for raiding. We are playing some Reverse 1999 today. For those of you who don't know it, it is a indie game that came out within the past like year or so. It's still pretty recent. You can download it on desktop or your phone's app store for free. It has in-game purchases, but you can play it for completely free. It is a card-based RPG with a lot of interesting aesthetics and story.
Now, back to the number we just talked about.
Oh
my! It's the prediction of your whole life.
Oh my god.
Can you believe that?
Yeah, go get your food. Let's go. Yeah, and if any of you need to step away, I totally understand. Go do your things. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Heather Journey. I'm a witchy wolf that loves to write. Awoo! And I like to play a lot of story-driven games. I am a comfy, cozy VTuber, say-so VTuber, and I like playing a variety and streaming a lot of different things.
You owe that spirited little genius a thank you. By the way, what do you see in her number? I always know you're a quick learner. You're very good at noticing new things. That's right. 37 is only 37. A nice unique prime number which equals the word genius. At least everyone prefers to think this way. Why not deify the one that is able to reach the truth when you have the chance? It's much easier to pin your hopes on others than to blame yourself. I guess you also did that, right, darling? It's okay. She never says no. She just lets the hopes pile up on her shoulder because she simply doesn't care at all. What a good child.
Okay. And then I gotta do this thing.
Uh-huh. Oh, there's a bubble. Time to check my calculation. Welcome to the world of numbers.
I do like that they get to let you play as her. That's pretty cool.
Uh-huh. Welcome to the world
It gives you like a trial run of the character. Although I think at the time this came out, it was her event, so you had a chance to pull for her, which I no longer have because I waited longer. But it's okay. I mean, that was a lot easier than the last one I did. Those dolphins were rough. Oh my god. Oh my god. Alright. Let's see how much this is gonna be. Oh, perfect. 0 stamina. Perfect. Just keep going, I guess, until I run out of stamina. There is an outbreak of muttering among the white robes. Even the solemn judge stands up.
37. You just said Vertin's number is 0. Do you know what it means?
Very clearly.
Would you be able to submit proof to a payron?
No problem.
Half of you in this hall have put in the pebbles. If 37's argument is found to be true, every argument Vertin has spoken in Sonetto's defense will be deemed valid. Sonetto will be exempt from the punishment. I will announce the result once 37's proof has been validated by a payron. Thank you for your time.
One after another, the Payron followers leave the hall. The Hall of Truth returns to tranquility. We did it, Sonetto. It's okay. Sonetto slowly sits on the floor in a lackluster manner.
Sonetto! Timekeeper, I'm so sorry. I tried my best, but still I couldn't understand the debate. I failed again.
It's okay, Sonetto. You're alright. Her face becomes abnormally pink and her breathing becomes fast and shallow. She needs a nap.
What happened to her? Come here, little girl. We need to move her outside.
Don't call her little girl. Gross, man.
Lie her down on the ground and wipe her palm and feet with dew and peppermint oil. That would be okay.
Her physical signs are becoming more and more stable.
Thank you.
You're welcome. The distinguished number 0.
The man shrugs his shoulders.
I'm kidding. I'm 210. Well, instead of the number, I prefer people call me the rhetorician.
I'm not calling you that.
I've heard your preachment. Pretty demagogic.
Man nods, looking amused.
That's how logic works. With logic, I can prove that you'd cease to exist in the next moment, or that there are no other people in this world except me. Achilles can never outrun a tortoise, and a flying arrow is forever motionless.
Is that how it works?
This debate is nothing but meaningless wordplay.
Is that how it works?
That pacifist let you off this time. 6. A perfect number indeed. For he knows the benefit of reconciliation. Who wants to have blood on their hands and be devoured by the cycle of hatred? Yet it's a torture for any intelligent mind to hear such an immature debate. Can you feel the suffering of our leader now?
I'm sorry.
210 gives her a triumphant smile.
No apology needed, Miss Outsider. I also feel sorry for your pain. Given that 37 has revealed your number.
What do you mean?
37. Our evil little genius. The most cunning star of Hermes. She's been having fun revealing others' numbers for a long time. Our numbers are our essence. And it's also the most important proof we get once in our lifetime. But she enjoys taking that opportunity away from you. Just because her talent allows her to do so. She did that to her friend, too. She found out Sophia's number. But without casting an eye on that paper with her number on it, Sophia threw it into the sea. Sophia is Sophos. But you... I pity you.
It doesn't seem like trouble to me.
Alas, poor little Vertin. You still don't understand. The number of our souls suggests our fate. It might be changed through algorithms temporarily, swirling, shifting, or transforming alongside other changes occurring on the coordinate axis. But in the end, we can only be ourselves. 1 is thought. 2 is opinion. 3 is wisdom. 4 is strength. 5, enthusiasm. 6, harmony. 7, order. 8, philanthropy. 9 is
so each number
restraint,
means something.
while 10
Okay.
is completion. 0, however, is in the middle of the axis, the origin of the frame of reference. It's neither positive nor negative, neither prime nor composite. Things are ever changing, but you stay the same. Your loneliness also lasts forever.
Not you smiling when you say that.
This is your fate. Being exposed in full view of the crowd, yet you know nothing about it. 37 was acting on impulse, yet she opened Pandora's box. She leisurely reveals your fate. That carefree behavior makes no difference to picking up a shell on a beach. How could I not pity you?
The man waves his hand and walks away. Well, he's just like, I'm gonna throw a truth bomb at you and then I'm just gonna walk away. Bye! The air is still. Only the sound of waves come from afar.
Miss Vertin.
Hello, sir. The leader stands in the dark.
37's proof has passed the review. Your friend will now be exempt from the punishment for violating
We did it,
the
everybody.
rules. However, she has to take some catch-up lessons on the scripture.
I'm sorry, what?
Please, meet me at the hall tomorrow at noon. I would have words with you.
We don't want to become one with your religion. What the hell? Alright, fine. Huh. That makes sense, though, Okay, it looks like I have enough for one more. Ooh, more polls, let's go. That she would be number 0, the outlier, the one that stays the same because she's the timekeeper. She's the one that goes back and forward in time, and time keeps progressing, and she just stays the same. It's a really interesting concept. I never thought about it like that before. He's not wrong. In this life, there are 3 kinds of men, just as there are 3 sorts of people who come to the Olympic Games. The lowest class is made up of those who come to buy and sell, and next above them, well, hold on. Next above them are those who come to compete. Best of all, however, are the ones who come to look on. The greatest purification... Get time to read it. The greatest purification of all is therefore science, and the man who devotes himself to that. The true philosopher who has most effectively released himself from the wheel of birth.
A group of people
John
were imprisoned
Burnett.
in a cave. Behind them, there was a fire. Before them was a tall, solid wall.
Uh-huh.
Their legs and necks were chained and fixed, so they were constrained to look nowhere but to gaze at the wall in front of them. When they dropped their eyes, they saw their own body. When they looked up, the flickering light of the fire fell over them, and they only saw the shadows of what was passing behind them.
I think I've heard this story.
No one had lived one day outside the cave. The shadows cast on the wall was all there was to be perceived as reality. They had no knowledge of the real world. One day, one of them escaped from the cave, walked into the light, and saw the true world with his own eyes for the first time. Everything he saw or felt in the cave was nothing more than a mere shadow of the object's true
Kitty
form.
is awake. Hello, Kitty. She says, hello, I'm awake. Hi.
Our world is a poor one, Miss Vertin. The phenomenal world is the cave in this allegory, where we are surrounded by shadows or some humble fractions of the truth.
That's an old
It is
philosophy
ugly,
story.
frivolous, filthy, perishable, subject to decay, and filled with hollow desires and meaningless struggles. Only the wise can walk out of that cave and see the world as it truly is. In that eternal, transcendent world, everything is in its most perfect form. I pray that you, Miss Vertin, the representative of St. Pavlov Foundation, and you, Miss Arcana, her counterpart of Manus Vindictate, would pay heed to my words. Everything you've been fighting each other for means no more than some fragments of phenomena to us. There's only one thing worth doing. That is, to seek higher wisdom, develop one's virtue, and achieve greatness in life. We have never set foot on the soil dampened by the storm, nor have we ever been involved in the disputes brought by the torrents of time. I beg you, do not take your conflict in the phenomenal world into the realm of truth.
For certain.
Oh, I didn't know she was gonna be here.
To sully the sanctuary of truth.
Then, to prevent a situation like this from happening again, I would like to ask you two to carve your names on these 2 stone bangles and drip a drop of your blood on each of them.
Uno reverse.
Once the bracelet is put on, no one will be able to remove it. From now on, as long as you're on this island, none of your people will draw blood from one another.
Yeah, that sounds like a good deal to me.
Or the bangle shall draw all the blood from you.
Oh my god.
The peace agreement is so decided.
She's the evil bitch. But she's so cool! Kana stretches out her hand and gently takes the bangle.
I appreciate that. I'll sign it.
Leader gives a slight nod. He looks out from the table and simply strides away. The bangle feels real in their hands. It certainly possesses some sort of power to fulfill the bloody pledge.
The peace agreement.
Someone is approaching. Yes, she is still here from the beginning to the end.
Lady Vertin, we meet again.
Hello, Arcana. How are you?
I wish the best to thy friend.
She's doing well, thanks to you.
You're most welcome. Thou shalt quench, for times hath changed. I would not wish to shed even a drop of Arcanist's blood in vain.
Uh-huh.
But Schneider should be the victim of a merciless bullet?
Yeah, bring up Schneider again. Oh my god, poor Schneider.
Pardon, my pitiful child. Did you forget? That merciless bullet cameth from a gun never belonging to me.
What's Manus Vindictate's purpose to be here?
Hearken the archaic wisdom.
Not the goop dripping from her head.
Doest.
If I remember correctly, her and her group
I am not surprised.
are like trying to push for.
I adore
oh
thy
my
visage,
god,
Lady Vertin, emotionless in the storm. Alas, no man shall bravest the storm and live, including thee.
Her words sound as harsh as the winter gale. An emotion suddenly comes. It's raging like a bushfire, but soon gets tamed down.
A wooden box in the Elitiao's base has my name on it. Was that your doing?
Sadly, it wasn't. I hope thee findeth the answer satisfactory.
Anyways, the figure of Arcana disappears in the night. The stone bangle at the wrist becomes subtly heated.
It's burning.
Something is slithering in the woods nearby.
Is that Miss Arcana? Miss Arcana, please, don't go! Save us! And save us!
I'm sorry, what? Two weary figures run past Burton. They are chasing after their leader desperately as if they are running away from some horrific monsters. Following them, a petite figure rushes out of the woods. Is it 37?
No! Come back! Come back!
What are you doing?
You ignorant foreigners! I just started introducing vectors and matrices, and that's the most interesting part! Burton! Great! You always show up at the right time and right place.
I mean, I am the timekeeper.
Whatever it takes.
Okay, beast and plant. So let's throw Milani in here. I also have Spathadia.
Wait. Give me 10 more minutes.
Let's put her in as an extra. She's so cute. Okay, looks like I can do one more.
Wow. So many things I haven't seen.
Okay. Stronger. Right. Oh, how you doing, Slappy? Sorry, I forgot to respond. I got into the plot. Plot. Yes. The plot to do thicken. Just like soup. Oh, soup! I should make soup. You're right. You're right.
Be serious. Stay focused. Cradle. Go! Bodyguards! Where are the bodyguards? What's that? What's this?
What's this? What's that? Woke up from a nappy. Aw, you got nappy. Look at this nappy.
3, 2, 1, down.
Happy Slappy, everybody. We love the nappies. Oh, we need to do some health. You're right. Okay. Not really. She can get her health back.
On, hounds.
What's your race?
Time waits for no one, even for a great good.
Get him, Jessica! Let's fucking go. I love Jessica. She's so fun.
Just like in the train. Be serious. Stay focused.
Handy. Oh, don't worry. I have prepared it all. I have prepared it all.
Alright, I'm gonna step away for just a second. I'll just leave you on this battle screen, but I will be back. Alright, I am back. Let's get 'em.
Planting.
What's that?
Pansy. An unconventional choice.
Oh, nice. Do your best. I don't really do hardcore anything. I'm a baby.
The show's on.
Be serious. Stay focused.
Time waits for no one. Even for a
It's just not fun for me to stress myself out like that. I'm like, I just want to have a good time. That's not a good time to me.
Say hello.
Here we go.
Fair game.
Look at you, climbing out of the cave in the allegory, all dusty and dirty like a little savage.
Listen, I am not a savage. How dare you? How dare you?
They must have tried to fill your little brain with long preachment. But you should feel lucky, because at least they didn't give you a quiz right after that. Oh, how modest you are. Looks like you didn't spend all your student days catching tree frogs. Try to reach the corners of your mind, if you would. And there you will find another bunch of people standing in front of a stone table. Yes, those people in gowns. White gowns with gray diamond patterns. One of them was standing on the stairs, gathering all the little vacant eyes to his side. What was he called? Give me a second. Teacher, instructor, tutor, the educator. Just titles like that. No names at all. No one gets to write down their names on that banner, after all. But they have nothing to complain about. You know what they say? What is reasonable is real. That which is real is reasonable. They
I mean,
showed
good
you a broad
for
avenue
you.
of teachings where you could enjoy a sense of security with all the solid ground, convenient automobiles, and warm sunshine. And at the end of the avenue even lies an inspiring mission, to which you are expected to devote your whole life.
Hi, Jen. Yeah, I hope you're having fun.
There is a distinction between good and bad here, and it's as clear as our innate sense
Oh,
of
there's
right and
Kitty.
wrong, like a floor of black and white tiles. Any stains on it will be noticed immediately.
It's going okay. I'm doing pretty good. I've been rated a few
There exists
times.
another path in the woods.
Hehe,
It's
Kitty
much
hunk.
less traveled, leading to the unknown darkness
Kitty
which
hunk.
cannot be seen with eyes or proved false. You may even experience indescribable chaos and madness there. This path, however, has an excellent view, and it's one of a kind. The plants are thriving with bursting energy, and the flowers are blooming in a delightful atmosphere. So, which will you take? Oh, that's not an easy choice to make. This grandma must give you a round of applause. I would have even pinned a boutonniere to your suit if I had one. But I have to remind you, those things in there are not easy to deal with. They can drive you insane, and you have to be very careful. You've seen the living proof. Many were freaked out after they came back, and people had to tie and lock them up. Others even dug their own graves. Oh, my. That was a bit over the top. I hope I didn't scare you, darling. Here's some good news to cheer you up. Actually, there's still one more way you can take. It would be a good choice if you want to enjoy the scenery without getting lost in the darkness. I'm sure you know that myth. You shall take the soul of your love out of the underworld, yet you shall not look back. That's right. You shall pass by the sleeping sirens, yet you shall not make a sound. The ones with the belief set off. They entered the dark woods barefooted, yet moved so smoothly, as if they were walking on the avenue. They kept their mouths shut and eyes forward. They never turned back never picked up what was not theirs, never set foot on the forbidden lands, and never looked straight at the sacred greatness.
Kitty.
They showed frugality, patience, and wisdom in the face of hunger and danger.
How are you today? How are you doing today? Kitty has graced us with her presence.
So the beasts continued to lurk in the shadow, and the ones with the belief passed through the woods safely, until the path disappeared along with the direction sign. Then the first one to look back gave an exclamation before being exiled. Think about what I just said. That which is real is
Oh yeah,
reasonable.
she doesn't meow, she honks. She goes, eh! There's a redeem for it if you want.
Never look back in the woods, darling. If you don't want to be turned into a pillar of salt which can do nothing but wail, then never ever look back. Yes.
And by
you better
redeem,
stay
I mean
awake,
sound alert
Stay
redeem.
calm, stay cautious all the time. But then there comes the problem. How can you ignore your love for those thriving plants and blooming flowers? How are you supposed to deal with the unstoppable feeling that overflows like a melody when it is stirred up by the beauty of the scenery? Of course, you will cry the loudest cry, dance the wildest dance, drink the strongest drink, and vomit all the filth inside you.
Why vomit? Why? Why we gotta do that?
After all, there is no need to enter the woods if the soul-stirring scenery is not what you are after. Right? No. So you better let it slip your mind, darling. Just let it go and hurry forward. Remember to keep your eyes shut and hold your breath. When you do so, the scenery will no longer mean anything to you, nor will the fragrance of the flowers. You will get out of the woods and reach where the truth lies. Is that what you want? Don't worry. We have plenty of time. You may come back at any time and pick another way.
I'm sorry, submit what? Submit what now? Did I miss something? Oh, I did. Okay. There's this here. Right. Left. Right. And left? I don't know. Oh my god. I know. You enter from the right. Do I just enter right first? Oh my god. I just have to type it in a certain way, but I'm not sure how they want me to type it. Enter right and leave left. Oh my god. I'm gonna look it up. Because I know what the answer is, but I don't know how they want me to type it specifically. Reverse, 1999, a refresher of the essentials. right and then left. I did do that. What the hell? There we go. Okay. Yeah. Interesting. These are all just like extra things. Hi, Kitty. How are you? Oh, those are just items you can farm in that mission. That's right. Hi, Kitty. How are you? Submit geometric pendant. I wouldn't say it's ancient, but yeah. It's not used as much anymore. Let me look this up while I'm here. Ah! So you gotta clear, like, chapter 21. So I can't do that yet, because I haven't cleared that yet. But hopefully I'll remember to come back later. Okay. Chapter 15. This doesn't require any mana, so we're gonna do it, everybody. I'm just gonna keep going until I run out of stamina.
Congratulations, Miss Sinetto. You are the fastest learner of our doctrine among all the visitors in the past half century.
There it is! Honk.
On behalf of all orators, I award you this laurel wreath.
No,
Okay,
I wouldn't have achieved this without your guidance.
Oh, look at her
Those
with her little
mathematics
laurel.
statements are really inspiring. I've learned a lot. But there's still something confusing me, such as Pythagoras and his golden thigh, his memory of the previous lifetime.
I'm sorry, his what?
And the
Oh, whoa?
transmigration for every 216 years. Could you please tell me more about these?
The door is violently kicked open. I'm sorry. Two outsiders' heads dropping to their chests are dragged into the Hall of Truth.
Why would people fail to see the charm of the matrices? This is not right. I need to spend more time on teaching.
Anyone, save us! Thus my journey of art is doomed to fail. I really don't want to study maths anymore.
Same. Nobody cares what they are yelling. As 37 continues to grumble to herself, the two men are dragged into a different room.
Timekeeper, you are here. I heard that you completed all the lessons on the scripture. This laurel wreath suits you well.
Yet Sonetto keeps her head low.
Timekeeper, I'm sorry. At the assembly, I failed to understand the arcanist's logic. It was totally different to the debates I have participated in. But now I have... That was not your fault, Sonetto. It is now behind us. I need to tell you something more important. I've signed a peace agreement with HahnAraa, and the price of breaking it is... death. What? So Manus Vindictae is also restrained by the stone bangle like we are.
Mm-hmm. Chief Assistant ponders aloud, having already removed her laurel crown.
Yes. She put it on without hesitation. But I don't think her purpose would be as simple as hearkening the ancient wisdom.
Unlike other stones in the Foundation's collections, this one has... Oh my god. I hate when they skip it. No signs of arcane skill on it.
37 asked me to.
Before it is activated, it looks harmless, rough, moderately weighted, and no different from any ordinary stones.
Perhaps this island makes its own judgment on what to be classified as hostility. Like it has a mind of its own. Sonetto, do not report this to the headquarters before we figure out how the bangle works. After all, there are many other things to investigate on this island, other than Manus Vindictae. I see. I will contact Miss Juvis and Miss Moiselle first and keep an eye on Arcana. Timekeeper, this island, the Manus' mask, and your suitcase are all immune to the storm. Does this mean we could collect more asymmetrical nuclide R samples? I tried to collect some samples last night in the outer region of the island. But the detecting device showed nothing. If we were to find out more, we have to go to the center area. What are you conspiring now?
Hang on just a second, guys. I'm gonna close my windows. Damn kids outside on my lawn, what the hell? Anyways.
Do not poke the fire with swords, and do not jump over a crossbar. The assembly will not be held every time when there's a crime. Please take heed of my warning, and do not overstep the line. Learn a lesson from them.
Behind Sophia, two gray-coated figures appear. Look at Regulus! One disheveled, the other covered in soot as they have just survived an explosion.
Lilia! Didn't you say you have Regulus with you safely?
Apologies, Vertin. I was going to rescue Sonetto through a very creative underground tunnel. but things didn't quite go as planned.
Regulus shimmies in a dance-like step, trying to shake off the dust. Oh,
Not a bad
Regulus.
innovation for a simple clap on the forehead. If only you didn't miscalculate the location of the explosion.
This apple is grateful that it didn't get blasted into a puddle of apple jam.
Warning. Shell cleaning required. Warning.
I don't know why, but when I was in that cave, ideas kept flooding into my head. Though, judging by the outcome, they weren't all good ideas.
Sophia puts her head on her forehead, looking extremely fatigued. She's like, I can't put up with these people no more.
On a routine patrol, I found them trying to break into the cave. I'm not surprised that an irrational number would try to trespass on forbidden grounds. But you two? The integer and the fraction? What were you doing with her? This is a serious crime.
Life has suddenly become a lot more difficult. You guys.
We have to go through this debate again.
It's okay, Timekeeper. I will defend Regulus. I've thoroughly studied the scripture, and this time I'm sure I can do better.
Forget it.
Sophia mutters to herself.
Forget it. It is unwise to waste time trying to understand an irrational number's motive. Besides, we should let the reckless take care of the least important matters.
She gives them a smirky smile.
That's it. Regulus, you will come with me to clean the beach.
Huh? Me? Again?
Poor Regulus.
Since you have too many floating points, words of discipline would not work on you. We would have suggested you study with the rest of the students here. Abstain from eating meat, bathe in cold water, rise with the Apollo star, study our doctrine, read the scripture aloud on the beach, so as to remove your floating points and purify your soul.
What? I won't do any of that.
But taking your peculiar character into consideration, I decided that some compulsory labor would be the better option.
Regulus also smiles in relief.
Oh, that's the best news of the day. I'd rather clean up the rubbish on the beach than be surrounded by people giving sermons all the time. At least the rubbish doesn't talk gibberish. I'd be dead if you didn't change your mind.
Regulus, studying the scripture is not that scary. They will teach you and guide you until you take full command. Just like taking lessons at school.
Huh? Is that what schools are like?
Haven't you been to a school, Regulus?
Haha! A great pirate would not remember trivial matters as such. So, where were we? Which part of the beach needs to be taken care of by the great captain?
My laboratory.
Whoa! Where did you pop up from?
37 blinks her eyes emotionlessly and entirely ignores Regulus's complaint.
37. Aren't you supposed to preach to the visitors?
She's trying. They won't
I've
listen.
seen the numbers. A group of negative repeating infinite decimals. They will achieve nothing but to repeatedly step in the river of mistakes. I gave up on them.
Fine. Those of you who are complicit in breaking into the cave will also be sent to labor. Sonetto and Lilia will come with me to patrol. Regulus, you can go clean the lab. As for Verton, you will assist 37 with her study of the emanation. Don't waste more time on the trivial matters of the phenomenal world. integers. That was the sole reason you were on this island, was it not?
Yee. Sophia turns around and leaves. She stops a few steps away from them, silently urging the patrol team to move.
Don't let down your guard. The arcanists on this island are not as easy to deal with as you imagined. Down in the cave, I heard some pretty alluring and intriguing anecdotes.
Miss Lilia, this way. You will cover this area.
Stay on the radio.
Flying Witch waves her hand and departs for her new job determinedly. Sonetto hesitates for a brief moment, then quickly goes after her.
Don't worry, Timekeeper. Lilia and I will keep an eye on Manus Vindictae. We are counting on you, Sonetto. I have a feeling we are coming closer to a big secret.
Secrets! To be revealed in the next episode. Yep, always. Masked heads want to escape from the classroom of truth again. Stop them. You're right, Plant.
Neo-science exorcism others. Action! Let's have a party then! A forest party!
And I guess I'll do Cornbloom.
Shall I ask the enemy for their tactics?
Sure.
Hey, hello there. What's your face? What's this? Easy la. That's Pringle. I tripled the ingredients this time. Thunder to me! Ow! Owie! Copy that! What's that? Be serious. Stay focused. Crickets and fireworks! Typhon won't give up his friends. Neither will Sotheby. No. What's your face? What's this? What's that?
What's this? What's that?
Ah, it seems to be mixed up. It should be fine, right?
So he's probably gonna die from poison. Yep.
Just like a serious. Easy, focused. Oh, don't worry. I have prepared it all. I have prepared it all. Pringle!
Get dead. Sound the alarm. Okay, it's 18. So let's, I guess, do one more pull and then... Wait, do I have enough mana to do one of these? Wait, how much are these worth? 12. Okay, perfect. Yeah, let's do one of these then. This is the event story I've been slowly working on. I'm in like the middle of it though. Might as well use all my stamina while I'm here.
Guys, you're doing great! Faster! Higher!
A grandma can be crazy about sports too. Give her time and she will burn like the sun.
Yes! Ulu! You
are exactly the Ulu I knew in my memory. Fire race walking, operate 400 meters, Branch Bolt and Melinji's Harvest. It brought back so many old games. Oh, I have to go. The Bunny Bunny arm wrestling is about to start.
Bunny Buddy arm wrestling, aw. Games after games, ideas after ideas. Both active and inactive arcanists find their own happiness on this field.
Wow. The people are having a good time here. They are sweaty, but also delighted. I've never seen anything like this in the class.
Once again, Ezra looks up at the shabby rooftop.
As Miss Ulu said, this excitement comes from the stadium itself. Is this a recovery arcane skill that works on arcanists? Or a kind of cheering potion?
No, I don't think so. It just smells familiar.
Yes, right. Totally agree with you. It smells like the weird cave on that island.
Oh, she's drunk.
Oh, I smell beef with tomato and mixed grilling sauce. Oh, it must be my tomato steak flavored potato crisp. This is great fun. I didn't touch a drop, but feeling dizzy.
Watch out, Regulus. You're falling down.
Supported by a pair of friendly arms, the rockin' pirate softly jumps like a long, thin jelly.
Oh, are you saying that a sports game can narcotize people too? I think Mr. Apple knows it better than me. Let me check where he is.
Despite her weakness, the pirate's excitement is not dampened. She's in a jelly mood to explore.
I see him! I see a red ball! Oh, that must be Mr. Apple! But he seems rounder and bigger.
While Vern is trying to keep a drunk Regulus balanced, the game on the other side of the stadium has come to an end. Spathia wipes the sweat off her forehead with rosy cheeks and eyes sparkling.
Hands up! And the victory goes to Miss Desert Flannel!
Oh yeah, Bunny, I forgot about her.
Ha! I told ya! No one beats me at arm wrestling! I lost. You were so strong! The strongest I ever...
Oh, are you good? Spathia bounces up like a spring. And immediately slumps down.
Spathia! You alright? Hey! Wake up! Go! Get me the wet towel!
Folding the towel and putting it on that rosy girl's forehead has become a routine to Desert Flannels. After finishing this, she fans her with her own jacket.
Her temperature is a bit lower than just now, but her condition is quite stable. I guess it's not a reincarnator reaction, but something else.
Is she alright? She feels hot, but not as hot as the horseshoe made of pure gold.
I'm positive that she was once a lot hotter than your little hooves are right now. She was a walking fire that burned fiercely, the forest-destroying kind.
One horse whinnies. Oh my
Please
god.
don't panic. I've not observed
Hold
any signs of
on.
a flame in her eyes.
And
or
rolls
mouth.
backward on his squeaky
She's not
wheels.
ablaze again. Miss Desert Flannel, did she have any abnormalities before she passed out?
Abnormalities? Some, I think. She waddled as if she was pissed and talked so loudly that anyone could tell she wasn't in a clear mind.
Drunk. Clouding of consciousness. No, Regulus!
look like an apple-colored giant rock, Mr. Apple. You're so big, and our ship is so small.
I'm feeling so good and inspired.
Standing next to a tremendous ball of fire, the rockin' pirate has never felt this small before. Oh, she thinks Uluru is Apple.
Size changes your voice as well.
She's not even red, she's like orange.
To get this huge, we can strike those old fogies in London like a meteor. On top of the world, there will be our flag of rock and roll. Come to me. I require the biggest hug.
Huggies! I want to hug Regulus. Huggies!
Regulus!
Hold on.
It's hot! It's burning!
But it's not a good idea to have any hugs with fire. Okay, yeah, that sounds about right. Because they are scorching, unstable, and fiery.
Go beyond your limits! Your sweat is the best eulogy for the Red Land!
That's Miss Zulu. She's out of control. Is this also a result of the stadium's power?
Oh my! Miss Regulus, be careful!
The fireball grows bigger and bigger. Bunny runs to Regulus and grabs her sleeve. I forgot her name was Bunny.
Oh, I'm so tired. Let me take a nap.
Regulus? Regulus! Oh dear, don't pass out now. I'm getting you out of here. Just a sec.
She's so funny. I love Regulus.
What are you doing? Another one is passed out. If we let it go on like this, every arcanist here would... Miss Verton, we have to leave at once.
But Miss Bathodea has passed out too. Who can open that door?
Bunny, take everyone back to the suitcase. Don't let anyone out before I open it again.
All right, got it. Oops, I got tripped by... Huh? Mr. Apple, why are you sleeping in the grass?
Dolly is on it!
With Clink on his back and Apple in his mouth, thistlekatt pushes Lasource into the suitcase and jumps inside after her. Clang, the suitcase closes, blocking the fire from a full room of arcanists. They are kind of anarchists a little bit.
But of sorts, I am burning like I did 1,000 years ago. Let's dance, hand in hand, for the respectable sunshine and rain.
Fire is always scorching, not to mention the Uluru flame, which has been burning for 1,000 years. She emits her heat like she did as a newborn baby, smoke billowing from the soil. Even the beast bones inside eventually burn.
This is too dangerous. She may start a fire.
We have to put her out for now.
Ezra turns to Verton. They both remember what happened that night at the park.
The good news is, we are already a skilled fire brigade.
Alright. Mineral recommended. Got it.
Alright. Just one thing. I will be home by 10 p.m.
You got it.
Just as what's been practiced, Catalyst. Let us get to know each.
I really want to remain neutral.
Critical hits. Oh, she has a debuff, so let's give it to Sonetta, I guess. Nobody has a single target, which is what the sweetheart one is. That should be fine. It's fine. Okay. Oh, I get to use all 4.
I'm listening.
I believe in you.
Handle it gently.
Okay.
Break it, break it.
Sempre caro mi tu quest'ermo cole.
My child, here's something fun for you. Take it easy. Handle it gently.
Go on.
A little bit hot here.
Break it, break it.
Pride goes before the fall. I've been there. You better take it.
Thousand years of burning the lantern, read by passion. I danced 1,000 years ago on my native soil to pass it on. Lady Ulu, please calm down. The flames are rising again. She seems to be confusing her past memories with the present. We must help her remember the era she belongs to. The era I belong to. Where we came from and where you were going. The starting and ending points of the torch. Do you remember how we met? Ulu and traversing every inch of the hotspots help Ulu recall the past. Tapping and unlocking locations of the map allows for quick positioning. Tasks will appear on the map as elements. Dispatch characters for the torch relay. Sending in characters to meet the criteria under certain conditions can shorten the relay time. Ah, I see. It doesn't really have recommended then. So okay. Oh, that fast? Okay. I thought it was 8 minutes. I guess it was 8 seconds. You're right. Oh no! I've had a headache recently too. Oh, this is 20 minutes. Okay. At least, hold on. 2 lapless characters? Spathadia. I don't have Desert Flannel, but I have her. Those are the only ones that I know. Oh, that didn't change anything. How do you know if they're lapless or not? It doesn't say. I think her and Desert Flannel are, but I guess Uluru is not? Question mark? It's fine. Doesn't really matter. I'll just get to it next time I... That's going on. Looks like I can do these, but I have to finish this first. Okay, cool. Alright, so that's as far as we can go on that, because I don't have any more stamina. It looks like I can do a pull. So we're gonna do one more pull, you're right. got this bitch again.
RoriVT.
Okay.
No.
Okay. Well, I didn't get anybody I wanted, but that's okay. Do I have enough to buy another pole? 1. Okay. You're right. Do 1 more. I'll 10 it again.
Greetings to you, fair lady. May I present you a robe?
The most lesbian of lesbians in this
Seems like you
game.
won't fall for this cheap flattery. I'm ashamed.
Oh, she's already been maxed out. Does that mean I get extra? Oh, I got extra of this. Okay. Yeah. You're right. Because I already maxed hers out. Okay. Oh, I've been trying to work on her insight, so let me see.
Maybe we can bring fire.
Let's see if I have enough to build anything. Looks like I can build 1. Okay, I can't build any of those. Okay. Alright, so I guess that's everything I can do right now, because I don't have any way to increase my stamina. But we've gone for about 4 hours, so I feel like that's a pretty good run. So yeah, I am going to end stream here. I need to get some food anyways, because I'm hungry. I haven't eaten since breakfast, so yeah. So let's find somebody to raid everybody. If Alice is still streaming, then I'll raid Alice. You're right. Yep, she's still streaming. Okay, raid Alice, you're right. Raid the Daemon. Alice is streaming VR chat while her, with friends while her PC is in the shop. So go hang out with Alice. She's great. Big friend. We talk all the time and she's wonderful. So go follow Alice. As for me, I'm going to be streaming on my off days this week. Which is Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I will be streaming more Horizon 2 Forbidden West. I might stream this game sometime in the near future again. I do want to complete more story stuff. I'll probably do all this main story stuff on stream, but the side event stuff I'll probably do on my own time. But yeah, thanks everybody who raided. Thanks for everybody for coming to the stream. Thanks for everybody sticking by. I appreciate it. And I will see you next time. Bye-bye.